Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's streaming presentation. I'm back, I'm live, yeah, I know. Yeah, I did just read what you said, General. But how is everyone doing today? But yeah, Hunt has already informed me go to a doctor after you get better, which is a very good thing to inform me of. This is probably just bad luck, though, this one. It's... Everything it is, it feels like it's just a case of the flu. And, you know, just keep trying, Smiley, you'll get there eventually. There you go.
51 months hype. Hunt, bank it like you mean it.
Quite so, right, thank you so much for the resub. Jaden's on a course to ruin my evening again. Oh, sorry to hear that. Let me quickly go down the list, though. Hello, Belaya. Hello, Hunt. Hello, General M. Hello, Old Sloth. Hello, Vader. And hello, Smiley. But yeah, I just got smacked with a flu, I think. And hello, Ray. Did I not say hello, Ray? Surely I said hello, Ray. Oh! Sorry, Ray, I skipped over you and I know why. No. Fucking Windows. Sorry, Windows decided what I want to do now is Alt-Tab everything. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. This is regular chat, where you can see your resub, Ray. This is the bot that I used to scroll back all the way to the beginning of chat. The bot doesn't pick up these kinds of sub messages. So apologies for skipping over you at the start of the list, but that would be why. Well, excuse me for using Streamlabs chatbot. It works. It's only that issue that I've run into. Often you get 15 hours of sleep or sick. I know. Like I said, I will go to a doctor when I feel better again. Yeah, I don't see the problem with Streamlabs chatbot myself. And Drevels, thank you for the host as well. Let me see if that is coming through correctly. It looks like it is. Yeah. Now, quick few ground rules for tonight's stream. I decided to go live despite still feeling wretched, mostly because, well, streaming requires me to sit still, talk a lot, and hold a controller. I can do that. If I do look like I'm crashing, I have given Hunt control of the nuke button. The other mods may also yell at me if needed. Is that fair to you all? Let's see. Yeah, here. Not that kind of nuke button. I mean the shut down the stream, you fucking idiot button. Roughly. See, I've done that one. I've not quite yet done that one because I still needed to do a few at the time. I've done that one. Oh right, I have Zin now. I can also do this one if I want. I still need Agate for this one. I don't have Shara. And I can do this one for Chloe now that I have it. Okay, some things can be done now. Yeah, essentially, General M.
Let's move out.
Actually, I think all the information is logged. Yeah, the information, thankfully, gets logged in the Grasritter journal as well, as you have completed this one. But yeah, when last we left off, we had reached the 4th plane of Phantasma, and found out that this place is slightly less a sewer and slightly more what the fuck this is a hellhole of fire. So, who wants to explore more of the what the fuck this is a hellhole of fire? Now to do ninja for 5060 Drone Quest. I will leave that to you. Ah shit, I need left first. Exactly, General M. But yeah, just if I do start to crash, I trust Hunt to basically tell me to stop that shit. I also trust Cassie, but she's not here yet. Actually, I trust most of you with that sort of thing, but still. Warning, do not store children or other living creatures in chest. Okay, but I did just get a dragon tree jumpsuit. That seems useful. And Tita, with her incredibly low HP, can make very good use of that. Go on then. I still love how they've done shadows in this game. Ah, rat. I'm very funny, shut up. Actually, yes. That was a very useful knockback. Which missed on the main target. But yeah, as noted, all my whining about sick aside, how is everyone doing today? I have no idea what ability I just gained because I mashed buttons. I think I just upgraded to Sacred Breath. Yeah. I did not like this dungeon bit. It is slightly annoying, yes. Joke's on you! This treasure wasn't tax deductible. Oh, you bastard. But even if it's not my favorite, it is at least not hugely complex, so I'll make do, basically. Let's try something. Okay, left seems to always spawn a treasure chest, right always seems to open the bridge. Or close. You know, Tita with high strength against mobs is just unfair.
That's that. Let's move out.
Very nice. But yeah, I'm just going to take tonight at my own pace. I think that's the best idea. Would you also like a coffee? And by the way, that was a rhetorical question. A rhetorical... Did I say rhetorical? Oh dear. That doesn't look healthy. Yeah, I'm not going to push any proverbial luck today. Oh, we're still preempted. And I would like to reintroduce you to worst enemy of the game. Please tell me they're weak to death blow. Ah! Well, we'll find out eventually, Beliar. Chased. Oh gosh, I usually only open up to my therapist. Ow. Ah, petrified. Dead. At least voice-wise, it's good. I was a little worried about that. I do have an irritating cough. You'll probably hear it before long, but other than that... Hey, Rax, enjoy the lurk. Just will remember that. Yeah, we just went Telltale Games. Oh, I don't have Haze because I don't have... what's her face? Please. like how they're both completely useless in terms of thanks to all the status effects. Landing for orbit. Hey, everyone needs Arby.
Alright, what's next?
Hopefully a way out of this lava. Bring to me the girl who entrusts her feelings to her blade. Only then shall the door open. It sounds like Annalise. So, I think I got a piece of equipment from that enemy and I want to know what, so let me get to the monster manual quickly. Fourth plane. Oh, titanium suits. Never mind. Hey, Boxon. But, General M, did you use that line in regards to your child so much in the past? Yeah, I went there. Just a case of, alright, what's next? Yeah, okay. Oh.
Yay and win. 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 Yay and win.
Foxon, thank you so much for the tier 3 resub, you absolute madman. It's Poxon. Sadly, it didn't read the whole thing, so I think you overextended it a bit too much. But just for completeness sake, yay and win, yay and win, yay and win, potato. There you go. Happy? Lovely.
Not bad.
But yeah, the fact that you've kept up a tier 3 sub for that long, really, thanks so much. It's not something that anyone does, and it is hugely appreciated. Ooh, you found my treasure. What, you want a medal? Perhaps in another chest. Now that is a bitter chest. And how are you today, Poxum? There it is. The annoying thing about that cough is that it's almost impossible to stop when I feel that itch come up in my throat, but it also makes my headache worse. Basically, fuck you, cough. Sorry I'm late. How dare you need rest? Okay, let's see if Beliar's theory is right, because the bridge is directly to the left. God damn it. Well played, Beliar. Well played. I suppose, Chinlin. Did someone set fire to the sewers? Well, suffice it to say, the water has been replaced. And I don't know, General M. Supposedly there's Rule 34 art of the coronavirus, so apparently some people think it's a good idea. And yes, I wish I were kidding about that. Regrettably, I am not. I'm glad I'm not a pirate chest. Those are usually buried underground. Bye. Regrettably, someone linked me to it and went, "Look at this shit! Why would people do this?" I don't know. Why would you link it? Thankfully, it wasn't a completely explicit picture, but it definitely carried the promise for more. A promise I was very, very happy to ignore. I don't know! I don't know! I wasn't going to ask for any details! Why would I ask for details about that? That sounds like a really, really bad life choice. Also, why didn't I upgrade to my next weapon? It's only a loss of 25 out strength. I'm good with that. That's the most likely description, Carevader. Most things are bad life choices when you think about it. Yeah, that's why I don't think, Rags. I mean, duh. Oh, hi. Annalise? No, another copy. It's another grimoire, not the real thing. It's like she's completely lifeless. Well, at least that means we don't need to hold back to avoid hurting her. Let's do this! I've never quite understood why those werewolves need to be on maximum vibrate setting. Typically enough, this is one of those cases where if you use the speed up function of the game, they look a lot more natural. To shake the things. Thanks. With the girls and sorry, I needed to scream in a pillow for a short while. Can't think why. Okay, I was wondering why those wolves do that with their character model, General M. Now read what Smiley said in response to it. Do you need any further clarification? Thank you. That'd be nice. I wonder if they can be blind. God damn it. Nope. As I explained to General M earlier, Hunt.
Ultimate technique. Resub.
Troll, thank you so much for the resub. I was questioning why those werewolf things were shaking like that, Hunt. And then Smiley came up with that happy reply you saw about 4 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago. I just went to break screen and screamed into a pillow for a moment, that's all. It's why I like that she sounds a bit hesitant saying it. It's clearly not something she would normally say. Wait, Annalise used it. Oh, ow. Ah, dick. Ah. I left my microphone on purpose, General M. Fucking ow. Okay, thank you for getting in range of that. I will grab the bean momentarily, Troll. Oh yeah, Poxon never got asked. Poxon, what'll it be for your resub? Oh, it was game time. Fair enough. My bad. I kind of want to get rid of the flunky. Oh. My stomach is upset. I can handle one bean, I can't handle a lot of beans. Do I need to scream into the pillow again? But thank you so much, you absolute nutter. I'll take 100 spicy chips. Not a chance. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. But firstly, that's only $50. And secondly, you know I've run out of Doritos Roulette. I don't mind if you sub, just... Oh dear. Now I sound like an ingrate, damn it!
I'll save you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid I only have one bag of Doritos Roulette left, and I'm saving it for 12 days of indie as a sort of a... So I get a refund. I think you can refund those, Troll. But in all seriousness, just thank you so much. I will grab your bean, don't get me wrong. I do still have those spicy Doritos from Nani. I could go $3 per spicy chips from Nani. I could go for one chip for $3 because they're guaranteed spicy, but again, I'm not sure if I should risk that on my stomach as it is now. Very nice. Jesus, bit of windstep if there, guy. Yeah, I would. Although one at $3 would only be 13. No, it would not be smart at all. One bean is fine, but 11 beans will probably be pushing my luck and then some. There we go. It's gotten a bit sticky somehow. Right, we have Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti. Give game time. Very well. Cheers for understanding, Troll. Normally, how spicy are we talking? Huh, there was even a nice bean. Hot chili pepper, but I have no idea what the actual spiciness factor is. It doesn't really get mentioned. Yeah, I have no idea, Troll. But it is good to know that it was made with renewable wind and solar energy. Should I take that to mean that it makes me fart? Probably. No, those were a gift from Nani, so I have absolutely no idea what kind of spiciness level they have. Didn't they fry them with a solar mirror? Whatever worked. Don't forget you're invited to... Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that wraps that up. Sure does. Probably no prize for guessing who's in this ceiling stone either. Let's head back to the base and let her out. First want to know what's at the end here. A chest. Yeah, that sounds correct to me. I see you enjoy finding empty spaces. It could be fun as a community event, General M. I mean, the wedding I was invited to was literally some random guy going, "Hi, I like your top hat. Want to come to my wedding?" Then I think I'm just going to hold off on risking my stomach. No, that was literally how the conversation went, General M. I felt really weird about it for a moment, but then Cassie said she was going, and then Ray said he was going, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, fine. But if I am to stream an in-game wedding, I'd rather it be from someone in the community, like General M. I think that could be fun, at least. Was that duet not a thing? That's also a possibility, yeah. Would also make Lolinia happier. Yeah, put it to the duet. Right, back to base. And at what time is the wedding precisely, General M? You did mention it, but my brain is drawing the proverbial blank. 9 PM our time. Okay. Yeah. We could do stream wedding. Anyone vastly opposed or in favour? Is everyone still doing the same? Not sure if last singing is my kind of suffering. Supposedly I have an acceptable singing voice, according to those who have heard me sing before. I'm not going to take the risk today. You are allowed to be vastly in favour, Rax. One moment, please interrupt the wedding. The child happened. Yeah, we've already had all these conversations. Right, let's let Hannah lace out. Of course, pleasant singing voice is very much up to the ear of the beholder, given the fact that I don't know if my singing voice is in any way actually pleasant or not. And I will never make claims to being any sort of professional. Heck, I'm not even claiming to be a professional streamer, and I do that on the weekly. Huh? Is she sleeping? Oh, there's Annalise. Justice. Yeah, it is definitely Annalise. Fortune favors the cute. Keep your friends close and your plushies closer. Yeah, Annalise has one or two issues. Yeah, I'm not touching that one, Rax. Smart words from smart people. I don't think anyone in history has ever said any of those things, especially that last bit. She seems so happy, though. Yeah, I'm not sure I can bring myself to wake her up. In that case, I have a plan of my own, Olivier. I shall sleep alongside her, and together we shall reach the pearl gates of Elysium and cross into the paradise within. So Elysium is a thing in Zemuria. If you're up for a nap, that can be arranged. I have a few tricks that could knock you out in no time. I'm sorry, please don't hurt me. Did I ever mention I love the interactions between Olivier and Mueller? Oh, you tried. Seems she's finally woken up. Huh? It's good to see you again, Annalise. Good morning? A nice dream? Sure sounded like you were. Tina and Joshua and Chloe are gonna be the pride of my collection. Annalise, down. But Julia and that girl over there are pretty cute too. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, it seems like a big fluffy bear, so he's actually kind of nice. Kevin's hair kind of reminds me of a sea urchin, and that's not so bad either. Annalise just takes her time going back to reality. Her own head is a much nicer place. I don't know, bought me all these new plushies, but they're the best. She thinks we're all life-size stuffed toys. Man, how drowsy do you have to be? Aww, it was me thinking I'd gotten a bunch of amazing new plushies to add into my collection. Way to crush your girls' dreams, guys! Well, sorry for being a human being. I can't believe that's your first reaction to everything you've been told. Sorry, I'll hop into serious mode now. I'm still having a heck of a time processing the situation, but I do know you're not lying. Besides, the proof that this is all real is right in front of my eyes. Only the real Tita can be that irresistibly cute. Well, just as long as you get it. So, what are you going to do? Would you be up for helping us investigate? Put me in, coach. I wouldn't be much of a bracer if I wasn't willing to do anything in the face of a crisis like this. Especially if it's true something's happened to Lalok. There might be other bracers there who've ended up in the same situation as me, and no way I'm turning my back on them. Yeah, like Kurt and Karna and what's his name? That's certainly a possibility. Other bracers? Really? That's a good point. We know quite a few of them too. Well, we've overcome one ordeal, but that still means we have two left on our plate. And you know the drill. Now that we've done the first, let's go back to the fourth plane and see what's changed. Right. Let the fun begin anew. Okay, let's see. Oh, I need to change a couple of party members out because, crap, the others are on very low level, comparatively. Well, first I need to bring Annalise to upgrade her ornament and replace her stuff. No, what gives you that idea, Beliar? First let's upgrade her ornament. And let me get my list. Analyze. There we are. Let's see. She needs a wind gem there. Strike 2. To those of you wondering what the crap I'm doing, I'm using a Neo Game Plus guide where I just have all my old stuff and immediately carry it over because I'm lazy. And finally the ruby gem. There we go. Fun fact, by the way. Oh, that's interesting. She has an ultimate weapon, which you can only get by upgrading it through a very specific number of steps. But it looks like that doesn't carry over in Neo Game Plus, so I need to make it again. I understand, but oh dear. Yeah, we are going to be doing that one, and oh... There we go, Analyze is now fully equipped again. For reference, by the way, I am limiting the gear I am allowed to equip to the gear that I can get in the chapter. Hey, you! You do know she's really mad, right? I don't know what you did to make her that way, but you'd better think about apologizing. Okay, these conversations are unchanged. And Ree still doesn't want to talk to me. Which means I should probably take Annalise out of the party again. And bring Josette because she's fairly underleveled at the moment. It's fine, I love Josette. Really, that doesn't match up with what I've heard, though. Weren't you so worried about him that you collapsed after finding out he was okay not that long ago? What? Please, I did no such thing. Are you sure about that? Didn't take Annalise long to get a handle on her personality. So this is the famous Reese, huh? She's so cute. Yeah, Annalise really gets under everyone's skin. Luckily in the good way, but still. Right, let's up everyone's CP by drinking from the fountain. I skipped them for now because of the time they take, but we could do a couple now. Now, the moon doors tend to be the longest, right? With the star doors being medium and the sun doors being minigames, yeah. I should be able to do this one, for example, the 100 battles door. At least I think I've done 100 battles now. Yep. Let's find us some more story behind the star door. I shall grant to you a memory fragment, and by blessing. Enclosed is a report on the damage dealt to the former Principality of North Ambria by the Salt Pale. Oh, this is where you actually learn what the Salt Pale is. To those of you who are curious, remember at the end of Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter where Kevin actually showed his true colours and shot Weissman with an arrow that actually turned Weissman to a pillar of salt? This is what that thing is made of. This is the Salt Pale, and this thing... well, you'll find out. Also contained within is research on the Pale itself. Holy City of Arteria, Congregation for the Sacraments. And it's kind of telling that Reese is the one who penned this one. I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the Goddess. This report contains classified information and may only be read by those with the clearance to do so. If you're reading this, you're fired. Certain sections of the utmost secrecy have also been blacked out. Progression of events after the Pale's appearance. July 1st, 1178, 5:45 a.m. An urgent report came in from Halias Cathedral in the then Principality, now estate, of North Ambria in northern Zamuria. It stated that a giant white pillar, so tall it appears to kiss the cloud, had appeared on the outskirts of the city. Bishop Alexei, the one who sent the report, behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening. By urgent order of the committee, 2 Knights of the Gralsritter, the 8th Dominion, aka the Roaring Lion, and a squire... Carevader, reply to this in DM, but is that the one I'm thinking of? The Roaring Lion? You probably know which one I mean. both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. They hurried to the scene via the 8th Merkaba unit. Please note that the Merkabas had only recently been put into use at this point. They arrived promptly, and at 6:22 a.m., this is what they saw. One moment, by the by. I think Vader's AFK. Oh well. Enclosed is a photograph of the object now known as the Salt Pail. This report talks about the 8th Dominion, the Roaring Lion. Is that who I think it is? And could you reply in DM? You know what, Troll? That makes up for those 10 subs. Damn it, ow. At this point, however, it was far larger than the term pale would suggest. It was more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of ards into the air. The two knights provided the following observation regarding the situation upon their arrival. We were met with a mighty hailstorm blowing in our direction from Haliask, or so it appeared at first, till we eventually realized the storm contained not ice, but salt. The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it actually may look like underneath. That's fine, Troll, I'm just teasing. Yes, Carvader, that's the one I mean. The surrounding air has become powdered salt, and it falls to the ground like snow falling on the tundra. The spread of that salinification process was startlingly rapid, and the affected area spread in the blink of an eye. By the time the Gralsritter arrived, the entire landscape of the capital had turned to salt, and the lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost. This is literally a situation where an entire country got turned into salt. I think salt's value dropped significantly. Yet the spread did not stop there. A day after the Salt Pail first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed. Bridges also collapsed, rendering all of the main highways out of their city unusable. Please note that by this point, then ruler Prince Balmond had already fled the country to a nearby nation. 2 days passed since the Pale's appearance. By this point, roughly half of the entire principality had become a sea of salt. Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because the River Grave stood between it and the affected area. Finally, 3 days after the Pale's appearance, the salinification process stopped at dawn. As a result, the knights were able to advance on the capital of Haliask with the hope of investigating the Salt Pail. That afternoon, they finally reached it. But what they found looked completely different from how the Pale had before they first arrived in Northumbria. In the center of the salinified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 ards in height. Its surface was no longer blanketed in salt. Rather, it looked as if something had been carved out of it. It is now believed that the Pale's mass decreased as the salinification process progressed. In its smaller state, the Pale had lost its power to turn swathes of the country to salt, but its ability to salinify was still very much intact. Anything that touched it, even for a millisecond, was instantaneously turned into salt. It was of the utmost importance to handle it with care. In order to complete the mission without physical contact, the Gralsritter required the use of the sacred tool Gleipnir, which was delivered to them from the High Seat in Arteria. I don't know what Gleipnir is. Since then, it has been kept closely sealed away deep within the High Seat of Arteria. General M. What poor salt? Yeah, it is another artifact most likely, but what it is uncertain. I mean, the name suggests... Actually, no, I don't know what it is. It could be a hammer, related to Mjolnir. But I honestly couldn't say. Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage already caused was equally vast and significant. No damage to the surrounding nations was reported, but it resulted in the destruction of 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the Principality, including its capital. Over a third of the total population, along with the travellers from elsewhere, lost their lives. Gleipnir is the thread binding Fenrir. Could be that it is something of a containment system then. This is to say nothing of the emotional damage caused. Due to its sudden outbreak, the hearts of Northumbria's people were overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty. From a humanitarian and a religious perspective, a swift response from the Septian Church was all but necessary. The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right away, and upon arrival, they set about rebuilding the damaged churches and healing both the physical and mental wounds of the people. Those who were left orphaned in the crisis were taken into gospel facilities, where they would be cared for until adulthood. Just got a DM from Carevader. No idea where they got that from either. The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely to salt, was placed under the Church's control. It has been a restricted area ever since. Supplementary note. After some time, the country's former leader, Prince Balmund, supposed to be spelled with a D, but I suppose I can forgive a typo in a game with this much text, attempted to rebuild the government. But, given that he'd fled the country during its hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people, all authority he once had was gone. The following year, the country's people led an armed uprising, and the Principality of Northumbria was no more. Eventually, elections were held, and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of now. This was also when the former Principality's armed forces reformed as a vigilante corps. Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of said corps considered gathering foreign currency to be of the utmost importance. This was how the large-scale Jaeger Corps known as the Northern Jaegers was first established. Sounds fair, Carevader. And yeah, this sort of stuff, the Northern Jaegers are going to be playing a role in many of the later games. This game specifically really sets up a ton of future events. As far as the rest of Zemuria is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail ends. But a number of very important questions still remain unanswered. Perhaps the most obvious of these is where it came from. Despite the considerable size of the object and that it appeared on the outskirts of a populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first appeared. The most popular theory is that its appearance was due to something akin to spatial translocation, but no evidence exists to support this or any other theory. Of more importance, however, is its positioning in the teachings of the Septian Church. The Pale is clearly different in nature to artifacts and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess powers of creation. Committee report. With the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth. There are some who have proposed it may be one of the Septarians, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief. Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation for the Sacraments continues to study the Salt Pail to this day. The most accepted proposal comes from those who believe the pail should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Idios, and they continue to consider various means for her church to make good use of it. If that's a gift from God, fuck you, God. It only evaporated a third of a nation's populace. And that is what Kevin used on Weissman. The most realistic of these plans is using it in the manufacture of a sacred tool used for execution. Parts of the pail are cut away using high-pressure water. That would be why, in response to your DM, Carevader. I think they may have mixed the two together to create one concept, but the two don't seem to be related. Oh god, Rax, you sound a little bit like the old Archie Sonic comics. Many of you will perish in the coming conflict. Frankly, I could care less. Dr. Robotnik was occasionally funny. I mean, the first few issues were mostly bad slapstick and bad puns, but they had the occasional fun lines. Memory serves a sign outside of the city of Robotropolis. Robotnik Enterprises, now firing. Yeah, I think that's Shrek 1, Lord Farquaad. Anyway, parts of the pail are cut away using high-pressure water and then surrounded with a cylinder made from salt crystal, allowing them to be fired directly into the target without requiring the user to make direct contact. Remember, I still have them all racked. Well, digitally, but still. Yeah, the church generally seems to be a force for good, Carvader, but there's also some not good sides to it. Should the bolt make successful contact with a human target, their whole body would turn to salt, killing them in mere seconds. There are no known means for reversing or stopping the process. This approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with an object we still do not understand the true nature of, for one thing. There are also humanitarian concerns. No! With executing someone in this manner. I don't live in the US, Rax, so chances of me getting my hands on physical copies are low to begin with. Still, it does bear mentioning that should there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out. It should go without saying that research on it is intended to continue into the future. You have them in Norwegian, fair enough. I have a few physical issues, but most of them I have digitally. Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool. Oh, best of luck, General. Septium calendar, redacted, month redacted. Trial use begins of the sacred tool. Top secret work only. Permission granted to use in the execution of redacted. And yeah, that is Weissman. Used in the execution of Weissman. Fired from bowgun. Results were extremely favourable. No damage was caused to the surrounding area. The target was also successfully erased. Yeah, that's... I think it was... I recently read TV Tropes, and they describe the salt pail and the use of the salt pail as an example of nightmare fuel in the Trails universe. But they do say at the end of it, what mitigates it is that the person who gets hit with it really had it coming. So, yeah. Appendix about the target. The target, Georg Weissman, was orphaned by the salt pail when it first appeared. So yeah, the salt pail was actually Weissman's start of darkness. A brief history of him is as follows. Septian year 1180, joins the Septian Church. In 1185, joins the Congregation for the Sacraments as an official. 1190, promoted to bishop. And in 1195, he was declared a heretic and excommunicated from the church. I mean, fair, but it was definitely a statue of salt. Campanella then broke the Weissman salt pop. And that's all there is to this side story, but I think it's an incredibly good bit of world building because the salt pail has been hinted at, but now we actually know what the fuck it did, and holy shit. And that's just a grim reward to get for this. I never thought about that, but that is actually a very grim reward. Okay, game. Woof. You just read about something that turned the entire goddamn country into a salt crystal. Receive Petrify! I never realised that on first reading. Ouch. Right, that's one moon door. Star door, I mean. Bring them there. I've already done that one. That sounds very much like Zen. Shall we go deal with... Oh, right. There's also this one. Those of you who have played this thus far will know what this one is. In fairness, though, in this case, once again, said poor Sob very much deserved it. Well, let's start with Zin's door. Oh, I don't have Zin with me. I'm smart. Oh, I see. Fair. To those of you wondering about the door that I was going, oh, about, that's the Grand Cell Grand Arena one. And yes, it's a boss rush, and then some. If memory serves, the first one isn't too hard, but, Got him. His name is Zin. Three is not hard. Oh, that is very much Path of Wisdom, Beliar. Hello. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Still my favorite town theme. I see. I sort of expected that it would only be a matter of time before you return to the Republic. Your mind is made up then? In the original localizations, Carevader. For me, it actually took a lot of time getting used to Zin, because they used Zane for a very long time until they patched it out. Afraid so. I've made the guys over there take care of everything without me long enough. Call it an A-rank bracer's duty to his peers in society, I guess. Well, I suppose when you put it that way, I do wish you could stay here a little while longer, but if that's your decision, I'll respect it. I mean, fair. Also, why is mine so grown? Why is that a groan-worthy now? That is a very good town theme. Just because it's a pun on mine. I mean, fair. And I never realized that. Until just now. Thank you, fuck you, Carevader. God damn it, how did I not notice that? It's literally mining town named Mines. I feel like an idiot. How did I miss that? Literally, this is the first... Carevader said it and my brain just went... Fuck. So, when are you planning on returning? Well, there's no point in lingering here any longer than I have to, now that I've made up my mind to leave. So honestly, I was thinking about tomorrow. Think I could ask you to arrange a ticket to Calvert for me? Well, certainly. You're not planning to go and visit Kilika first, though. I would have thought you'd want to. That was part of the original plan, but she wouldn't have any of it. Surprise, surprise. Her stance was, if you're going to waste time coming to see me, you should go back to Calvert earlier and get some work done. Yeah. That very, very much sounds like Kilika. Very well then. That doesn't sound like a position you'll be able to talk her out of. It's no big deal though. I mean, it's not like we'll never see each other again. I suppose that's very true. I'm not sure there's anything in Zemuria that could keep you two apart forever. Feels like that to me sometimes too. Well, regardless, I won't keep you any longer. So, that's one ticket to Calvert for tomorrow, coming right up. Sorry, let me just get this. Fuck you want! I mean, this is the Gransel branch of the Bracer Guild. Yes. Yes? He's here as we speak, actually. Is in? Something up? It's Ambassador Cochrane at the Calvardian Embassy. She'd like to invite you on a hot springs trip. What? 2 days later. I'm assuming in Elmo, yeah. And those two kids are still running around. This place sure brings back memories. The atmosphere is so relaxing. It certainly is. Maybe because it feels so similar to our hometown. Still, Ambassador Cochrane had me going for a while. When I first heard about this whole trip, I thought it was just going to be the two of us out here. Oh my. You look almost disappointed that it isn't. Thanks, Miley. I really needed that. I'd be happy to take my leave if I'm getting the way of your dream date with her. I'm good, thanks. She's not someone I've ever seen as a potential partner. Besides, it's you she wants to talk to, not me. This meeting might as well not be happening if you're not here. It never takes much to put you on the defensive, does it? Well, he is a tank. Is it beyond you to just play along a little? You just can't help but mess with people, can you? With you in charge of the Zeiss Guild, I'm amazed it still has any bracers left. Correction. I can't help but mess with you. I don't do this with anyone else. Ow. Would you be happy if that were true? Hell no! Ah, you have arrived. I've been waiting for you, and here I see you standing arguing like a pair of toddlers. Such a great representation of Calvert. Hey, Ambassador. Thank you for inviting us here today. Is something the matter, Zin? You seem oddly flustered. Me? I'm just fine. You're imagining things. Who could blame him, Ambassador? After all, he's a man on a hot springs trip with two beautiful women. That's hardly a recipe for a calm and composed mind, is it? Killicar stopped torturing the poor man. Knock it off, Killicar. I suppose not. If I were a little younger, I doubt I would be able to keep my hands off him myself. Ambassador, you're not helping. All right, I suppose that's enough joking around. We should get our dinner. Mrs. Mao is going to be making tonight's food herself, by the sounds of it. The serious discussion can wait until after that. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Likewise. So there's going to be a new intelligence agency set up in Calvert, huh? That's right. It's to be known as the Rocksmith Agency. And, as the name suggests, it's going to be an organization that answers directly to the President. Really now? I see. Ooh, take care of yourself as well, Hand. I presume that is so that Parliament can't have any influence over its operations? Correct. Perhaps this new agency's biggest advantage is that it's separate from all those issues and vices. The last thing we need is an organization like this suffering from Parliament's failures to make prompt decisions or general ineptitude. Can I suggest that you're kind of wearing your heart on your sleeve there, Ambassador? Or being run into the same opaque and shady manner by a privileged few? That does sound like a good idea, I'll admit. We're never going to be able to compare to the Empire's intelligence division or Liberal's old one if Parliament's at all involved. Quite. It's already difficult enough to get anything done in a nation with such a lack of unity. I guess that's just the fate of countries that take in immigrants by the truckloads, though. Though honestly, I think the thing that surprises me the most is that the President's actually being proactive for once. Calvert's political situation is an ongoing disaster, it feels like. He's always struck me as a real conservative type, so this isn't the kind of thing I thought he'd go for. That said, given the state of the Republic right now, it's hardly surprising he'd choose to act this way. Outside the country, we've got the threat of a rapidly expanding Erebonian Empire, while within we have terrorists and extremists. And, to make matters worse, we have the enigmatic Society on the loose. Evidently, something has to be done, and I think he knows that as well as anyone. Indeed. In the times ahead of us, we're going to need to be able to respond flexibly to a variety of new and unforeseen threats. All right, I think my introduction to the matter has gone on long enough. It's about time I get to the point. Oh, yeah, you've got something you need to specifically talk to Killigar about, right? So, what position in the agency are you here to offer me? Killigar, let the poor woman set up at least a bit of theatrics. Let her at least construct a narrative. This is just cruel to her. What? I love a sharp mind, Killigar. Your instincts are, of course, dead on. We think your talents would make you perfectly suited to joining the agency, and are eager for you to be a part of it. That's why you will be offered a position of division chief should you decide to join. And that's something President Rocksmith has proposed himself.
Wow. What led you to being the one to bring this to Kilika anyway?
A fair question, I suppose. Ordinarily, this would be a scout's work. But I've known the President on a personal level for quite some time now. So he took it upon himself to ask me to come to you personally. Isn't Rocksmith? He can't help his last name.
That makes sense.
Also, that's Rock Band, isn't it? Then what's his reason for wanting me? Surely you know that without asking, or do you want to hear it said anyway? Naturally, your master-class Taito skills are one reason for you being selected by the President. There's also a Rocksmith. Okay. That's a very good question, Malaya, and we don't have an answer yet. But above all, he wants you for the exceptional analytical and information handling abilities you've shown in your position in the Guild. Those are just what the new agency is going to require if it's to succeed.
Well, I can't say this doesn't at all make sense to me. I'm more dumbfounded that you'd up and attempt to steal a capable member of the Guild right in front of an active bracer like this. I mean, fair. It'll take some nerve.
Well, I do think rather highly of you. I thought you'd be able to mediate without letting such trivial matters cloud your judgment. Ow. Still, what do you think, Kilika? I'm not asking for an answer immediately, but I would like to know what's going through your mind. Well, it's certainly an interesting proposal. At the same time, I'm not sure I have any reason to accept it. But you have no reason to refuse it either. Am I right? Well, it's rare that you find it difficult to make quick judgments, but with such a big decision to make, I can't very well fault you. I won't rush you. Take a night to think long and hard about it. I won't rush you. You have 24 hours. It was so you could do so that I booked a room here tonight. I'll ask you for your answer again tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Of course. Oh, and one more thing before I depart. If you ask me, remaining in your position as a simple guild receptionist just isn't going to let you use your abilities to their fullest.
Don't underestimate the Bracer Guild there, Ambassador.
Well, a pleasant night to you both.
Elsa Cochrane is not to be messed with, though.
You're out rather fast. Have you finished in the bath already?
Fast? Seriously? I was in there for an hour.
Oh.
It's not often I see you looking this deep in thought.
I suppose you don't. I feel like I'm one step away from making a decision, but just need one last push to take it.
Oh, right. Still, being here like this with you really takes me back. Hard to believe it's been 6 years now since Master Ryuga's passing.
That's right.
Sounds like you went on a hell of a journey between them and joining the guild, too.
You could say that. Going on a journey makes it sound like something I did deliberately, though. In reality, it wasn't quite as organized as that. I simply drifted from place to place, before ending up being drawn to one point where I settled. Much in the way a leaf that fell from a tree ends up floating down the river.
Were you able to find that answer you mentioned a while back?
No, I still haven't. Still, I do feel as though I found a conclusion of sorts.
What's that supposed to mean?
Say, Zin, why do you think I chose to take on a non-combat position like guild receptionist to begin with?
Because you didn't want to follow the same path as idiots like me and Walter? I wouldn't follow us either if I were in your shoes.
Not quite, although I'm not going to deny that the two of you are idiots.
Ow. Hey, that was one part I did want you to deny!
I wanted to find out the meaning of the living fist ideology my father advocated. I still believe that being able to better oneself through combat while your opponent does the same is a good thing in itself. As a warrior, it's probably close to the ideal way. Still, I couldn't help but wonder why the ideology has to be based around the premise of fighting. I can certainly understand the significance of living and dying as a warrior. I can also understand how one who lived that way would have no regrets when the time to pass away came. Nothing has changed within me in that regard since the days we trained together. Yet, with Father dead and Walter gone, I couldn't help but wonder. Wonder whether there was some way to make use of the living fist without having to fight. That was when I started roaming the continent in search of one, and as I roamed, I found myself face to face with countless conflicts and acts of violence, and I felt powerless every time I did. That's how I came to encounter Liberal's Guild. They had arrived to quell one of those conflicts. Something about their ideology, putting the safety of civilians over all else, made me feel that perhaps working under them may give me my answer. So, that was what led me to start working for the Guild. But even then, I wasn't able to run away from fighting completely.
The nature of humanity means that as long as we exist, conflict will never cease. Instead, what's important is not blindly preaching idealism, but preaching ideals while keeping a firm eye on the reality of how to quell conflict. Master Ryuga's words have never left me.
Nor have they left me. But all the same, I've been looking away from reality all this time.
Come on now. You know full well that's not actually true. When he says reality, he's not saying fighting is the be-all end-all of quelling conflict.
That's not what I'm trying to say. All these years, I haven't been trying to walk on my own 2 feet. Not at all.
Yes, Carvader, Killer Cow was the teacher in this. In reply to Carvader DM. Yeah, I know, but I'm replying to DMs very quickly.
I've just been trying to find a new way to live by Father's living fist ideology as an excuse to stand still, all while indulging myself in the comfortable environment the Guild gave me. In that sense, I must be the biggest failure of Father's students. I might not agree with the path Walter took, but he, like you, has chosen his own path and started walking forward along it. You two have been facing up to the living fist ideal of Father's and slowly reaching your own conclusions on it. In your own ways, you've been able to face up to reality. And I haven't. I've been standing still the whole time.
That's the biggest load of crock I've ever heard. You've been walking forward just like we have.
In what way?
It's just that the path you've been walking has been one for others rather than yourself. That river you think you've been helplessly drifting through? You've actually been building a bridge so others can easily cross it behind you. When the road is hard, you soften the ground so your fellow guildmates have an easier track. There's no shame in your way of the living fist. It's as true as mine and Walter's.
Are you trying to comfort me?
Sorry for not having a way with words. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is, as a person, you're way too strong and way too serious. And at times, it's like those two things just end up restricting you and stop you from seeing things you otherwise could. So try and relax a little, alright? Just a little. If you do, I bet you'll start seeing things you couldn't before.
Say, Zin.
What is it?
Would you be happy if I returned to Calvert?
What brought that on? Hey, Bill Nye.
It doesn't matter, just answer the question.
Okay. If I had to pick, I guess I'd rather you be back home, yeah. Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. I've decided I'm going to accept the President's proposal.
What? Just because of what I said?
Don't misunderstand me. All I wanted was some kind of reason to bring this journey to an end, as well as a place to make better use of my skills.
wonder who replaced her.
That was the best night's sleep I've had in some time. I hope the two of you enjoyed your stay as well.
I know I did.
I'm feeling very refreshed, thank you. Refreshed enough to feel ready to take on a newer position, in a new environment even. Then some, Beliar. I would like to accept your offer. However, I have one condition for doing so. Oh? Name it. While I am willing to join the President's new agency, I am not willing to stop living in line with my own beliefs. As such, if I should end up feeling the slightest doubt about how the agency itself is being run, I will do everything in my power to correct it from the inside using any means at my disposal.
On the other hand, I'm not sure if President Rocksmith had a huge gain as a result of this, Beliar. Because that is a heck of a counterweight to corruption to have. Oh god, Dorothy, the guild receptionist of Zeiss. And that was when Zeiss collapsed entirely.
If he still wants my membership after hearing as much, please tell him I accept his offer. Oh, that won't be a problem at all. I think it may well be encouraging you to take the reins. I believe he chose you expecting you to fulfill that role should it be deemed necessary. After all, you have experience in the Guild, an organization which has managed to remain neutral and independent all this time. That's no mean feat. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Also, I'll need to get things ready for my successor, so I won't be able to return to Calvert for 2 or 3 months. As such, I won't be able to start work until then. That's perfectly understandable. Well, I look forward to meeting you again in the Republic. Likewise. Something on your mind?
Oh, I was just thinking about what you said back there. You said you'll need 2 or 3 months to get everything ready for your successor, right?
Yes, I did. What of it?
Well, I'm guessing it's pretty busy over in Calvert right now. It doesn't sound as though there's anything urgent I need to be there now. So I was thinking maybe I could stay here for the next few months while you get things sorted out before I head back.
You can't be serious. There's no reason why you should stay around here in LeBeau with me. Go back to Calvert.
You don't have to be so cold. It's me, you know?
Well, it's the truth. We'll end up spending enough time together whether we like it or not after I'm home. You don't need to go out of your way to make more now.
Well, you win. There's no need to rush things.
Zin? What are you standing there for?
Oh, sorry. You could say that before starting to walk off on your own, though. Well, that poor soul will be exceptionally trained and possibly traumatized. But yeah, another case of setup. We will be meeting Kilika later in her official capacity. Just not in this game. Okay, I think that's... Oh, I can also bring Annalise to Stardor 5. And I can bring Chloe to this one, but I'm pretty sure this one is really long. Let's first do Annalise's.
Roger.
There we go. I just figure this is a good time to get a number of those doors out of the way. Yin Yang is an excellent quartz to have. Definitely true. Also, if memory serves, this actually gets Annalise a very good weapon. I think it's the one in Leston Fortress, Vader. Crap. Ooh. That was a mistake. Goddamn malfunctioning body. I shall grant you a memory fragment and blessing, yeah.
Not a crack, exactly. More like a weird pressure point. Interesting. That's a surprise.
Adelaide!
Oh, Lugren.
Is something the matter? Not like you to walk right up to the second floor without looking at the board and sit quietly like this. You're not feeling sick from eating too much ice cream or something, are you? Lugren knows Adelaide quite well, it seems.
Don't be silly. I'm not kidding anymore, you know.
Could have fooled me. I swear that you were the one who ate 3 full scoops first thing one morning, and later had to go get some stomach medicine from Spence.
Maybe my memory is playing tricks on me. Let's all pretend that never happened, okay? Besides, that was back when I was a junior bracer. That was forever ago. I learned my lesson after that, I swear. Now I never have more than 1 scoop each morning.
Hey, Beer Force. You're not supposed to have ice cream in the morning at all, you know. Well, no matter. So, what have you been doing up here all this time anyway?
Oh, right. Well, you see, I got a letter from my pappy who lives a long way away this morning.
Specifically, her pappy lives a long way away, but only this morning. Yay, ambiguous sentences. Really now? He's a swordsman, if I recall, isn't he?
Yep, he's an instructor. He's real famous among sword practitioners, actually. Yun Kafai of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school.
That school, by the way, is gonna be a big un for later games. A very big un. In point of fact, it's already a big un, because one of his students was Cassius Bright. So, you know, Pappy, so yeah. Yun Kafai basically brought up the living apocalypse. Oh yeah, that's the one. I was familiar with the name even before meeting you, but I was quite surprised to find out you were his granddaughter. There you go, Vader. Grandad. Didn't he used to live here in Liberl?
I'm surprised you know about that. Can't say I have any memories of when he was here, though. It was around when I was born, so how could I?
That long ago? I see. So, how's he doing? Well?
Judging by his letter, yeah, he's doing fine. I haven't had the chance to meet him in person for about a year now. Last time we had the chance to spar, I felt like he was totally babying me. Even though he's like 70.
God damn. He really must be skilled to be treating an active bracer that way.
Huh? What's with the sudden serious face?
Oh, it's nothing all that major, but I've been wondering something for a while. Why do you stay here when you could join him?
Sorry, I'm lost.
Well, it's just that you're aiming to improve your swordsmanship, aren't you? It feels like if you have a grandfather like that, the fastest way to do that would be to go with him and polish your skills at his side.
That's, well...
I suppose it's not my place to be telling you what may or may not be best for you. Sorry, Annalise, you needn't pay attention to an old man like me.
No, that's not true at all. I really appreciate your advice, so please don't think it's not your place to give it. I can definitely see where you're coming from on this. I do have my reasons for being here and all, they're just a little difficult to explain.
Oh?
I do want to learn more about swordsmanship and swords in general. So in that sense, you're right that continuing to train under Pappy would be both the best and fastest course of action. That's not all I want to do with my life. I want at least as much, if not more, to know more about what it means to be a bracer. I guess it's a case of wanting to learn more about swordsmanship as a bracer than as a swordsman, if that makes sense. Am I even doing a good job of explaining this?
No, I think I see where you're coming from now, actually.
Besides, Pappy once told me that he taught me all of the technical side of swordsmanship, forms, crafts, and that kind of stuff already. Whether I can master them or not is all down to me now. So in that sense, I feel like there's no specific need for me to train under him nowadays. Of course, whether I'm really advancing my swordsmanship now is another issue entirely. I wish I could say for sure I was, but...
I see.
What's with the silent treatment all of a sudden?
Oh, it's nothing.
You're just not really one for these kinds of serious discussions, so I was impressed to see you were even capable of them. Hey, I am so capable! Besides, you were the one who kind of pushed me into talking about all this stuff first.
I'm glad I did too. Anyway, getting back to the point. What did the letter even say, anyway?
Oh, right. Well, as surprising as it is, it says that I should go and see Cassius Bright.
Cassius? The one and only?
Lugren, if anyone else were to take up the name Cassius Bright, the real Cassius would immediately pop into their house to immediately brain them.
Of course the one and only!
Yeah, that's right. Supposedly, Pappy was invited by the Royal Army to be a guest instructor at some point a long time ago. That's when he trained Cassius, too. So ever since, they've had this kind of student-master relationship with one another. Cassius even went out of his way to go and see him 10 years ago when he decided to stop using a sword, too.
10 years ago?
That would put that around when he left the army and became a bracer then. What exactly prompted him to tell you to go visit Cassius now, though? Well, I guess he only just recently found out that Cassius has returned to the army. So now he's wondering whether he might take this opportunity to take up the sword again.
Ah, I gotcha. He wants you to go and ask for him.
And let him know what he says, yeah.
I see. People really do end up connected in the strangest places and the funniest ways.
Tell me about it. Anyway, that being said, I kind of have a favour to ask.
You want time off, I assume? Well, who am I to say no? You've got good cause to have it. You can even get in touch with the army and set up a meeting with Cassius if you want.
Really?
Really. Go along and get that truth your grandfather wants for him.
But in return? In return?
I want you to take care of every single one of the monster extermination requests on the board first. Have fun, Analyze.
Every single one? Aren't there like 5 of them right now?
Sure, but the monsters in this area will be no trouble at all for you as you are now. It'd be less of a problem if Grant were around. Sorry, if What's-His-Name were around, but I had to lend him to the guild over in Ruin, and he's still not back.
You're gonna have to pick up the slack here in his place, especially if you want time off.
Apparently What's-His-Name was nearby.
Okay.
Three days later. Might as well do the meme.
Oh, I'm finally here. On time too. Okay, let's go bug Cassius.
Can I help you?
Well, I'm Annalise Elfeed, a bracer with the guild. I've come to meet with Brigadier General Bright. Had nerve ablation done yesterday. That's where they insert probes into your back, into the nerves, and fry the nerves to treat back pain. It hurts for 1 to 3 weeks after the procedure before it gets better. Ugh. Sedation cost how much? Jesus Christ! That is genuinely staggering to me. I hope that it fades as quickly as possible and that it's closer to the 1 week range, Bear Force. Best of luck. It sounds like it was necessary, but... $1,500, fucking hell! And you have... You know, I try not to make statements like this, but I hate the US medical system. Sorry, but really... $1,500 with insurance. How is that not a red flag the size of Texas?
Ah, I see. I believe we've been expecting you. I'll pass on that you've arrived, then. You might have to wait a little while before you can meet with the General, though, I'm afraid.
But I'm right on time. Did something throw a schedule off?
Something must have. I can't pretend to know much more than you do.
Exactly, Rax. Sorry, Aunt. It was in reply to the cost of Beer Force. Well, Beer Force had a medical procedure done, and if he wanted sedatives, he would have had to pay $1,500 with insurance. There's a reason I yelled that loudly. Nice one, Nags. How are you doing today?
But the General is a very busy man, so it's not at all unusual for things like this to happen. Anyway, like I said, I'll pass on that you've arrived, but I'm going to have to ask you to wait out here for a while.
Sure, no problem. This is taking ages. I hope the meeting isn't going to end up getting cancelled or something. I really don't want to have to come all this way for nothing. Suppose if I can't meet with Cassius, I could at least go shopping in Gransel. Should probably be getting the new lineup of stuffed toys around now. I wonder which one I should get. Maybe the bear or a crocodile once in a while would be nice. Indeed. I have a couple of extremely generous viewer people persons, and I am extremely grateful to them, Nags.
Excuse me, young lady. The General can meet with you now.
Really?
Well, that sounds like a yes. Good day, sir. Thank you. And you must be Annalise, I assume?
Yes, I am.
Welcome to Leiston Fortress. The General is waiting. Please, follow me.
Oh, thank goodness. I seriously thought I was going to have to go home without getting to see him.
I'm terribly sorry for the wait. Well, please follow me.
You got it, sir.
I've brought you your visitor, living sir.
Very good. You may return to your duties.
Thank you, sir.
I'm really sorry about the delay there, Annalise. Don't be. I'm more thankful you took the time out of your busy schedule to speak with me at all.
This is the least I could do for someone from my old line of work.
It's been a while since we last met, though, hasn't it? You've become a seasoned veteran before I knew it. I'd certainly like to think I have. I can't have Estelle soar ahead of me while she's abroad, can I? This is just what rivals do.
So they do. I'll be looking forward to seeing just how much stronger the two of you can become.
You won't be disappointed.
Getting to the point, I was pleased to hear that old Master Kafai is still in good health. I believe it was because of him that you came here today?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't realize you were an acquaintance of his before this.
I certainly am. In short, he's the man who taught me the way of the sword. That was over 20 years ago by this point. The first time we met was when I was back at the military academy, so I studied it under him. Still remember the harsh training sessions he gave me here at Leiston like they were yesterday.
Really? Is there any special reason you didn't say you knew him before? You knew I was his granddaughter, didn't you?
I did. By the time I first met you, I had long given up the path of the sword. It didn't feel appropriate in my eyes to act as if I was his student in light of that.
Oh, gotcha.
I haven't seen him in about 10 years, I think. He does write to me on occasion, but how is he these days? Does he still have that same old vim and vigour?
Yeah, he really doesn't act his age at all. Still, if you'll let me get right to the point. The reason I came here is to continue the discussion he had with you 10 years ago.
Oh?
To tell you the truth, Pappy still laments the fact that you left the path of the sword. That was why he wrote to me when he heard you'd returned to the army. He wondered whether you returning to the military may mean you were also ready to pick up a sword again. So, this is it. He'd like to know, directly from you, how you feel.
I see. Well, it's a great honor that after so many years he still cares so much about an inexperienced and utterly lacking swordsman like me.
Cassius, I know you have a few self-image issues, but really?
And yet I'm afraid the answer is that I still have no intention of taking up a blade again.
Can I ask you why? You certainly can, but I'm not sure how to put my answer. This has always been on my mind too. I've always wondered what would prompt someone so skilled with a sword that they even gained the title of Divine Blade to leave it all behind. And I don't mean to make light of your skill with your staff or say it's inferior, nothing like that. It's just hard to wrap my head around why you did what you did, and there's a little part of me that can't accept it either. Especially now that you've returned to the army. Why can't you return to being a swordsman? Unless you believe that the staff is stronger than the sword after all?
No, not at all. I just believe the staff to be a more fitting weapon for me as I am now. Staves are a symbol of protection, which are used more for keeping enemies at bay than cleaving through them.
You say that as if all swords are good for is cutting and killing. That's not true. I fight because I want to protect things just like you do. As a swordsman, as a bracer, and as myself. Are you telling me the swordsmanship Poppy taught me isn't going to let me do that? I'm sorry, I didn't ask for you to take time out of your day so I could come and shout at you.
Hey, Lasharus.
But I can't accept what you're saying. Up until all of what happened here in Liberl, I never felt any doubts that swordsmanship was the right path for me. In the end, all of what happened just served to remind me of how powerless I really am. And now I feel like no matter how hard I try, I'll always be a rookie. I'll never be strong enough to do what I want to.
Now I see. Perhaps this is fate. I see Master Kafai hasn't changed one bit. He's the same firecracker he always was.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid as I am now, I'm not able to answer the questions you're asking me. But I know someone else who can. Hi, Donnie.
What's he planning to do out here? I really want to know who he called, too.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only options you've got, Bear Force, which sucks a lot. Ah, there you are. Are you all ready to begin? Indeed I am. I never expected to have to wear this uniform again, though, especially not so soon. I'd almost think you enjoyed messing with people. I'm not doing it to bully you. You know as well as I do that your usual work clothes aren't well suited for this kind of thing. Hi, Richard.
You're Colonel Richard!
I realize this might sound a little silly coming from a man wearing this uniform, but I'm no longer a colonel, young lady.
Sorry. So, Mr. Richard then? Or Alan?
You can call me whatever you wish, though no need for the Mr. Meanwhile, I believe you're Annalise, a senior bracer with the guild?
Yeah, it's an absolute mess, and I wish it weren't. Especially for people in your situation.
You know me? I'm not the former commander of the intelligence division for nothing. I know about all of the bracers in this country.
I see.
Hey, Brian.
But how did you end up being here?
Actually, Richard was who I was meeting just before I spoke with you.
Really?
In short, I've decided to start up a new research company as a civilian. So, while I may not be part of the army anymore, I can definitely see myself continuing to need to work with it in the future. So, I decided to come here in order to discuss the matter with Cassius, in hopes of maintaining a good relationship between us in future.
Zelsus, it's Friday.
Just putting it out there.
But in 2 days from now, I've put up a new poll for Sunday game, and it looks like the game that Nordy loves is winning. Oh, I get it now. Wait, is the person you mentioned earlier?
That's right. I want the two of you to fight one another.
It's vacation time for me. Fair enough. Wait a second, this is all a bit sudden, isn't it? Especially if I'm going to be fighting the famous Colonel Richard. Is that so? You don't want to know the answer to the question... questions you asked me earlier then? I believe any doubt you have towards swordsmanship can only be dispelled through using it. Focus not on whether you win or lose, but on pouring all you have into the battle, and you should find the answers you seek. Alright then. I'm not sure I'll make much of an opponent, but I'll do what I can! It's not every day one has the chance to test their skills against a relative of the Eight Leaves School's founder. I'm eager to see what you can do! Begin! Right! Right. Oh, this is Frozen the Sky second chapter analyze. I have no idea if I have a chance to win this. I made a mistake in lowering my defense.
Die with honor.
Ow. No, but the attack delay makes it worth it, Stripes. Unless I miss, in which case it really wasn't effective. Straight up. Oh good, he gets 2 turns. I think this fight is over. Lucky. Also, this is why you need Petal Dance at all times. Yeah, you lower your defense, but without the strength, you just can't do any damage. God damn it. That's more like it. Sadly, it looks like I'm not going to win this one. Yeah, I forgot that he starts out with a fully charged S-Craft. Oh, let's heal up for a bit. What's his health like? Huh, I'm actually almost there. Of course the arsehole gets 2 turns immediately. Fuck. Didn't expect him to get a second S-Craft. Oh, wow. Should have known I'd stand no chance. I'm amazed by just how well you did fight, though. Alright, the victor is decided. Sheathe your blade. I don't get a retry option. I'd need to go through the entire door again. So, Annalise, how did his swordsmanship appear to you? Well, he fights using the Eight Leaves School's 5th form, Morning Moon. He's made a few changes to the standard form, but it's largely a style based around sword drawing techniques. Well, okay, I noticed a bit more than just technical details like that. What did you notice? One thing I realized while fighting him. Richard swings his sword as if perfectly synchronized to my breathing. The second I go on the offensive, he reacts without fail. In that sense, it feels like his swordsmanship is much more defensive than offensive, I suppose. That defensive stance matches perfectly with the form he uses in combat, and the result is very natural, very powerful swordsmanship. Oh-ho. What I can't work out is why you are so focused on fighting defensively to begin with. I mean, I assume it's because you want to protect something, but what? Analyze. Yes? I wield a sword for but one single reason. That reason is to protect this country. Oh. Everyone has at least something that they wish to protect in this world. Perhaps that is a person, such as their family or loved ones. Perhaps it's a belief or ideology that they hold dear. And just as the things we seek to protect are different, so too are the ways we choose to do it. In my case, the way I choose to protect what I care about just happens to perfectly suit the defensive swordsmanship you noticed. Although I can only imagine how comical it must sound to hear a criminal who threatened this nation talk about wanting to protect it. Well, not really. Richard, you... Please don't say anything, General. Her Majesty may have chosen to pardon me for what I did, but that doesn't make those crimes disappear. Still, just as your desire to protect Liberal remained even after leaving the army, I can't completely turn my back on mine. It was so that I could do so that I resolved to leave the army, even. It was. You see, Annalise, to me, one's position in life is just a means to an end, a way in which to achieve whatever you wish to do. I think that's true for one's choice of weapon as well. Wouldn't you agree? Well, what's important isn't what weapon you choose, but what you use it to do. What inspires you to take it up and use it to fight. The reason I chose to put my sword aside and take up a staff is those feelings had changed. That is all. So, Annalise, any more thoughts? I should just use my sword in the way that best fits me to do what I want. That's what you're trying to say, right? Sure is. You beat me to it. You're Master Kafai's granddaughter, all right. Very quick to catch on to things. I'm just quick at forgetting things, too, though. But I finally get where you're coming from. Really? I'm happy to hear that. Could I ask you to pass my answer on to Master Kafai, then? Consider it done. I'm sure he'll understand. I feel I've learned a lot today from having the opportunity to face off against you. I do hope I'll have the chance again one day. So do I. You'll both have to make sure you don't neglect your training, then. Of course. I wouldn't dream of giving it any less than 100%. Correct, Brian. Yun Kafai is the original creator of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School of Swordsmanship, and among his students is Cassius Bright. Really? It sounds like that was quite the fruitful experience. And the grandfather of Annalise. Sure was. I'm guessing this was Pappy's plan all along. He knew exactly what had happened if I went to ask Cassius what I did, and that's why he asked. Must have sounded a little unsure of myself in the last letter I wrote to him. I see. Like master, like pupil. Incidentally, while I hate to spring this on you before you've even had the chance to settle back in, a lot of work built up while you were away. There's even a request from the mayor, too, so I really need you to get right on it. If anything, you should be grateful. All this work will give you a chance to refine your skills with that new mindset of yours, won't it? That's one way of looking at it, sure, you enslaved driver. So, Pappy, well, I bet you knew all along. Looks like Cassius has no intentions of taking up the way of the sword ever again. But thanks to seeing him, I ended up being given a chance to re-examine my own swordsmanship. Up until now, I thought it was all about getting stronger, faster, things like that. But now, I finally realized that what's far more important than either of those things is why you take up your sword in the first place. Your feelings. I feel like now I finally understand why I was never able to defeat you, no matter how many times we fought. I might not be the best student in the world, but I'll keep giving my training all I've got. love, and a lace. Oh, god damn it, you don't get the sword if you lose! I forgot about that. I'm just going to fast forward my way to the fight, and then I'm going to take my break hand. Not all of the doors require you to win the scripted fight. The other one against Richard... no, not against Richard, against Mueller. That one doesn't matter, for example. That's Julia's door, where Julia is in a sparring match with Mueller. She learns her valuable lesson regardless. You have to win the Sky Bandit one. Yeah, although it doesn't matter if you win it on easy or normal. Yeah, this fight is definitely easier. Shouldn't actually take too long. Thank God for speed up mode is all I can say. Hell. Although for some reason some text boxes don't scroll auto scroll at that speed. Damn it. Well, that was only about a minute and a half to get to this point. That's not too bad. I like how all the soldiers on the left despawned, by the way. There were a bunch of soldiers training back there. And that thing you constantly berate me for using. Context is a very important thing, and using it in the correct way is advantageous. Using it, you know, in the incorrect way and constantly getting surprise attack to the gills and constantly misclicking in fights because you're speeding up is not. But please do continue. After my break. I'll be back in a couple minutes, so have yourself the usual stretch, drink, snack. I will see you all momentarily. And I return. Now, let me make sure the game is running. Yes, it is. Excellent. Sorry, I'm just making sure that everything's properly set up and my brain isn't functioning, so I want to make sure everything's properly set up. Here we go. Right, let's try to win this one this time without dying miserably. Spells are kind of useless here. Me whining about feeling sick, me losing this fight while I needed to win it for the ultimate reward, and some story stuff. Yeah, he always elaborate. Let me just double check just in case. Oh joy. I'll keep it in mind, hand.
Die with honor.
Nice. Shitting hell. Nearly fucked it up again. I really need to be more proactive with beating. trying to delay him, actually. He does get turns, but it's way less if you do that. What's his health? 2591. I'm going to heal myself because he might S-craft again. Oh god, that interrupts! God damn it. I cannot afford to miss attacks like that. What is health? That heals just in time. See how often this asshole gets turns, by the way? This is why he's so dangerous. But one more hit. Do not miss, Analyze. Please do not hit. He's got 43 HP left. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Oh yeah!
I'm not entirely sure why I gain experience for this. This is a one-shot fight. This is not the Analyze we have in the party. This is a separately geared and started Analyze. Holy crap! I did it! Well, it looks like my skills have a lot of room for improvement. Alright, the victory is decided. Sheathe your blade. I think Richard's already sheathed. Look at it. That is clearly in a sheath. So, Analyze, how did this swordsmanship appear to you? Well, he fights using the Eight Leaf School's Fifth Moon. Yeah, we've already had this conversation. Just skipping so that I don't miss anything. Hey, Boris. Yeah, the rest of this conversation seems to be mostly the same. Yes, the rest of this is the same. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not speeding through it, Beliar. And again, would you be opposed, Richard? Not at all. I've already inherited the way of the sword itself from you. It's only right that someone else should inherit that. What are you talking about? Well, that's settled. Would you accept this, Annalise? What's this? It's a blade I once used myself. I think it would be much happier in the hands of an active practitioner of swordsmanship than in my own at this point. Wait a second! I couldn't possibly accept this! Surely if anybody should be taking this off you, it should be Richard. Perhaps on the surface, but how things are on the surface is not what is always most important. I thought you had just learned that fact. I'm not sure the lessons I learned earlier have anything to do with this. There's no need to think so seriously about this, Annalise. All you need to do is take up this blade and use it to do what you want to do in the way you choose to do it. That's all anyone expects of you. To do what I want to do in the way I choose to do it. Well, if you insist, I'd be happy to accept it. And the rest of this is the same. By the way, to those of you who didn't catch the implications, the reason Cassius left behind the way of the sword 10 years ago and took up the way of the staff and left the army to join the Bracer Guild is the death of his wife, because he couldn't be there for her when it mattered the most. It's why Cassius has always considered himself something of a failure, despite, you know, entire countries going into DEFCON 1 the moment he shows up. Yeah, the rest of the conversation is the same, including, I assume, this letter. Oh, I can't even speed this up. Did he not want to only use a big stick? Well, in the end, that was his final step. Oh god, yeah, my neck hates me today. But now I have the Genu, which is an absurdly good sword, by the way. For now, it's pretty good. I mean, it's still absurdly good for this point in the game. I mean, the base weapon that you get and the first upgrade you get have a 450 and 650 strength. The Genu has 1000 strength, 50 art strength, 50 arts defense, 25 dexterity, 5 agility, and 5 speed. It is absolutely absurdly powerful. I would not be surprised, Matty. Probably labelled one next to one labelled Victor SRC. Possibly Van Dyke. Characters we have yet to meet, don't worry about it. Vader will agree, though. Yeah, for the time being, this is going to be Annalace's weapon for a long time to come. The sword she uses in the school she uses doesn't fit. Yeah, she uses a katana. So meh. Suffice it to say, much later on in the game, there is actually a hidden opportunity to upgrade the Genu, and then it becomes the most powerful sword in the game. By far. I'm not exaggerating. But that is, I think, 5 star doors done. Got that. I can just check the manual when I'm in. Yeah, I've cleared 5 of the star doors. Excellent. I'm not exactly a sword expert, so I'm just going to leave that one where it is. Yeah, this one, these are complete. So that's all the star doors. The girls killed in orbital engineering. That's agates, I can't do anything there yet. Bring me the dancer with silver locks. That's Sherazade, can't do that yet. And Moondor 3, the darling of pure white radiance and proof of her scholarship. I can do that one now. This is a big one, but it also sets up a huge amount of plots for the later games. And hi, Kazi, thank you for the host. And this is a crap ton of fight. Scary fight. Yeah, pretty much, Beliar, so I'm a little bit torn about doing that Moondor now. I could also continue the main story. What do you guys think? Oh, immensely, Boris. No rush with the moon door. Fair enough. Fine with either. Also fair enough. Oh, right, I can't do that yet. Okay, let's get Mueller back into the party, because Annalace is already level 108 and Mueller is only level... Thank you so much for the gifted sub, Kazi. Matty, enjoy your sub. Lab there. Alright, I have Gisette with me, so I can't transport. That done. Hello. Hello. I think doing the next ordeal after some story is a good change. Yeah. Let's do that. Because now that we have taken out Balstar Channel, we now have St. Croix Forest available to go to. Oh. But my sofa's over there, Katy. Sorry, very bad translation part. Wow, this forest is so beautiful. It was a lot greener when we were there first, though. It certainly is pretty, but don't you think it's odd? The leaves of coniferous trees don't usually turn orange like this, do they? Most don't, but there are some varieties that lose their leaves in the fall, for sure. Can't remember their names, though. Reese would know better than me, but, well... I see. Don't mind me, then. Actually, wait, the trees near the lodge are the same variety as these, aren't they?
Those were still green, too.
Yeah, so your first guess might have been wrong, but there's definitely something off here. We better be careful. Actually, I'm going to very quickly load the game because I want to see Annalace's reaction to it, because she was here before, as the only one in the party. Yeah, this autosave will do.
We are all very funny, aren't we?
But yeah, we'll back it, Gazzy. Thank you so much. As ever, hugely appreciated. I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with a second place badge, though, Gazzy. Troll Your Facade happened earlier. Did I mention I have a lot of things to be grateful for? I have a lot of things to be grateful for. Because, yeah, these trees are definitely green. I almost all the time ended up with more casters and no close combat people. I try to level everyone equally, Boris, so I sometimes have a party consisting of more close combat, sometimes more casters. And that's entirely fair, Kazi, and I am just very grateful. I'm also just very happy that you are in a position to be able to do that every so often now. And that's not snark. I am genuinely really happy about that. Not because of it's money to me, but because you're in a good position. Oh, wow, look at how pretty the trees are. They were still green when Estelle and I were here. It's like a whole different forest now. Yeah, the rest of the conversation is more or less the same. Yeah. I'll just keep Annalise with the party for now. Actually, who else do I have available? I know, Kazi, and again, exactly as you say, it might not be expected, but we're all incredibly happy with it. Okay, I'm going to change the party around a little bit.
Together now.
Chloe is definitely coming for this one. Seriously, without a moment's doubt. Matty likes ratties. I mean rat. Let's see, who else knows? I think other than that, it's fine.
Got it.
Yeah, this'll do. She can level up, and Chloe is going to... take this position, take that position. You'll find out why in Feel. Kazi feels you deserve nice rat-shaped things, Matty. That's why you got the sub. I'm not entirely sure how my sub is rat-shaped, but it's close enough. I have indeed taken my break. Especially since I feel completely dog shit, that's very much for a good thing that I took my break. Hunt has possession of the nuclear button to tell me to stop the fucking stream if I give any indications of falling apart, don't worry. Alright, I am fighting blue moomers. I have killed a blue moomer. Yeah, it's beginning to look like it, Belial. Moomers, not Moogles. Otherwise I wouldn't be killing them. Not that nuclear option, Hunt.
Alright, what's next?
Alright, I probably need an upgraded gun for Giselle. Yeah, 600 is where I should be now, I think. Yep. She being difficult? Also, I just realized something. This place never had a mini-map in the second chapter. Please, save us from the treasure chest messages. We're out of ideas! She being finicky then, Cassie? Yeah, shiver your way out of that. I know stabbing things with Chloe isn't that effective. It's purely for CP building. Ah, that's a bit of a shame there, Cassie.
Well, that takes care of that.
Why wouldn't you have a say? It's your bloody house. Oh, nice. But everyone likes pictures of creepy as fuck babies. No further treasure chests. Okay. That was sarcasm, Cassie. Oh, hello. Amundo, bring to me the girl who shines like the sun, and may the boy who cherishes that light be at her side. So yeah, Joshua and Estelle. Well, why not get rid of it as soon as your aunt leaves? She doesn't get to dictate what you put on your wall. Unless she also lives there. Right, it's stab o'clock.
Pansies.
Ooh, sports silk +1. Christ. Sorry, that caught me by surprise. That's actually a really, really good armor to have at this point. And I'm allowed to equip it because it just dropped. And I never had it before. Ha! Slightly closer to true equipment completion. Can't even sleep in peace. Ah. Yay, insta-kills. Jesus Christ, talk about triggering insta-kill attacks. Well, I said, can't you just take him down when she leaves? Give it back, that wasn't yours! Well, it is now, bye. You can't oh. That's just evil. You know, I know you don't like this picture. That's why I'm hanging it here. Hello, Matty friend. Carry on being a Matty friend. The chest is empty, and it smells like old people. Much like those photos of Cassie's. Anyway.
Right. Who's ready for a fated meeting? After a few fights, of course, but we're getting close to it. And yeah, status immunities suck in that sort of situation below. Also, for giggles, when it comes to status immunity, I saw someone in Cold Steel 4 managing to inflict faint on the final boss. Which, with that ability and his resistances, it would have been a 0.2% chance to succeed. You know, I'm worth a hell of a lot more Sepith than that lousy trinket you just took. How? There are thousands of you. Oh, that sounds very appetizing. The aromatic hickory lining of this chest permeated the sludgy cookies with a mouth-watering flavour. And it's still a weapon, so, you know. Cavalry. Shouldn't that be cavalry? A single sausage. That seemed a little bit parsimonious. Either that or she's hinting that you really need a relationship. Either or. Yeah, I went there. I'm sorry. You found a plank of wood, but it seems to be nailed down. Actually, Belaya, there's already one of those bits of proof in the very first game. In Esmeralda's Tower, you find the something-something hotpot in a treasure chest. Or pot luck in a shell. And the chest phrase is, with how long that pot luck must have been in that chest, how lucky do you really feel? Sorry, Kazi, didn't mean to nearly kill you. Just make you laugh. Oh, damn it. Sorry, Maddie. I'll make it quick. Done.
Not bad.
Yeah, sometimes, despite the fact that they are nearly immune to certain things, you can still get through that immunity, and it is funny as hell whenever it happens. Right, if memory serves, the fated meeting is in that little clearing over to the right. Enjoy your forthcoming rest, El. Hello, Matty friend. Goodbye, Matty friend. Have a wonderful day. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been some time, but... Stay away! Please don't come any closer! Wow. Here I notice my voice is struggling a little. I can't do the voice. That sounds like... Yeah, it does. I didn't mean any harm, I swear! I'll never do anything like that ever again, so please spare my pitiful life. The goddess just loves bringing us together, huh? I'm saved! My saviors, please help me! Do we even have a choice? I don't want his death on my conscience any more than you do, so... No, not really. I'll make it as quick as I can. Sorry, Matty! Look, now they're trying to kill me, and that's a problem, okay? They worked basically hard for it. What the crap was that? Was that a terrified fear fart from Gilbert?
Not done yet.
I'm not sure if anyone else heard that, but yeah. Really loud horn or something from a train. That was terrifying! Aren't you supposed to be part of Ouroboros?
How do you keep getting yourself into these messes?
You are so rude! I didn't end up in this situation because of my own error. It was the result of a tale so tragic anyone who heard it would be moved to tears.
I think there's a more pressing issue here, to be honest. How did you even get here ahead of us?
That is an excellent question, Joshua. I mean, it's Gilbert.
That's a good question. Did you get through the second and third planes warp circles before us somehow?
After parting ways with you at the castle, I find myself surrounded by armored knights. Naturally, I fought back with all the skill and grace I'm known for. But during the fight, I was engulfed in some strange vortex. Next thing I knew, I was in front of a building near a cliff. What a miracle! Clearly I had been chosen by Idios herself to be the hero of a new story. Or rather, the very spirit of Phantasma saw you, took pity on you, and deposited you somewhere safe. And you fucked it up anyway, Gilbert.
Kevin, you think? Yeah, sounds like he just ended up getting drawn into one of those vortexes that pop up in battle every so often and makes things vanish. Damn, though, ending up all the way here on the fourth plane just because of that is some luck.
Nice one, El.
Seriously?
Lost for words, I see. Not that I can blame you for being in awe of my good fortune.
Oh, we're in awe, right? Anyway, you said you ended up in front of the lodge, so how'd you end up all the way out here? Did you decide to start looking around?
Well...
And this time, you're the one with a good question. You were saying things like, I didn't mean any harm, and I'll never do anything like that ever again, earlier. What was that about?
Whatever do you mean? I have absolutely no idea. Well, what if you say something? It was merely the result of me being so ill to leave to be finally out of mortal danger.
I think I know what happened now. You were so hungry that you went and tried to grab those beastmen's food, huh?
Well...
I don't think you really have any reason to feel ashamed, though.
Chloe, you know this man. Yes, he does.
Everyone needs to eat. I can see where you're coming from. Having no food and being tied up by beastmen is even worse than just having no food. Gilbert, do you want to come back to our base with us? That might be an idea. We've got plenty of food and water back there.
Save your pity! I was able to steal at least a month's worth of food from them already. I'm not going to need any more for quite a while. And it's all mine, and mine only! I wouldn't give any of you so much as a crumb! So long, losers!
He's incapable of listening, isn't he? Is he planning on staying here for over a month? Who knows, but all we can do is leave him to his own devices for now if he doesn't want our help. I wouldn't be surprised if he changed his mind.
Indeed.
We'll just have to be ready to give him a warm welcome when he does, then.
2 meals? You're being generous.
Just... Not really sure what you expected from me. I'm a box. Fair.
I was kind of hoping that Chloe had some extra quotes, given that she came across Gilbert when he did the first betrayal with the Mayor of Ruin.
So, what year is this? I've lost count.
And 11s, yes.
This chest was made with state-of-the-art air freshener technology. That's for Tito. The first step towards beating kleptomania is admitting that there's a problem. Is this chest suggesting I'm a klepto-fucking-maniac? Because I get the feeling this chest is implying that I'm a kleptomaniac. Fuck you, chest. All treasure chest contents belong to me by right. It's called the right of the protagonist. Live with it. Gilbert, the first time you meet him in first chapter, Zelsus, he is the assistant to the mayor of the Ruan region of Liberl. And to put it very politely, he is part of a scheme by the mayor of Ruan to alleviate his massive gambling debts by virtue of burning down an orphanage and building a very, very expensive set of vacation homes on the coast the orphanage is on. Gilbert not nice, to put it very politely. After that, Gilbert and his preposterously overinflated ego abandoned the mayor of Ruan when we had the mayor of Ruan arrested, and he joined the Shadow Society of Ouroboros. And frankly, the only reason he is surviving there at the moment is because he is... well, frankly, Campanella finds him funny, I suspect. Mostly his suffering. Campanella is one of the higher-ups in Ouroboros. And in case you're wondering just how absurd Gilbert's superiority complex is, at one point his custom airship gun platform thing gets shot out of the sky, and he tries to deploy the parachutes only to realize that he doesn't have any parachutes, only the "Victory is mine" flag button. And Gilbert would not be Gilbert if he had not had that custom commissioned. Just putting it out there. Gilbert is exclusively there for comic relief, which is why it's so annoying that he keeps returning. But I suspect every single time is purely because Campanella looks at him and goes, sure. I don't really like kidneys, though. Could I just have steak daggers? Veal daggers? How about bacon and egg daggers? Why do people keep watching my streams? I mean, I'll take the big upgrade. I hope my content was speedrun worthy. Yes, they know the community. Oh god, Revels, now there's a... Ew. Okay, we are moving on from the kidney daggers. I mean, I asked for it. No harm, no foul, but still. Yes, I do have 7 pages worth of saves. Deal with it. Okay, boss fight o'clock. Yep. Hello, Best Bracer. Shira! Sherazade. So she's our lady this time, huh? Makes sense we'd find nothing but bracers on one of their training grounds. We'll have to defeat her so we can get her ceilings down. Here's hoping we can have the real thing by our side. Exactly! Okay, let's see. Oh god, those have a lot of HP. Heart and a whip, yeah, the usual stuff. Immune to wind, that's fair. Okay, let's overdo it. Oh shit, we're all going to walk out of the area, aren't they? That was quite silly of me. Fuck it! Save files, okay, later. At least here it makes sense that you can summon a big honking airship. I'm not actually sure, be of course. Would be the usual, yeah. Thank you, Shara. Hold that pose, please. I brought her because her level was quite a few behind Carehead. That actually hurt. Damn it, it walked out of the area. You stay in. Just attack Joshua or something. There you go. Catch! Very nice. Ow. I think Chloe is going to finish those off. And now it's Sherazade Grimoire. And now it has 20,000 HP. Even if you wanted to defeat Shera only, Beer Force, it's much more convenient to finish off the flunkies because Shera only has over 30,000 HP to her name. Did I just get a death strike? I think I just got a death strike. I just instantly annihilated 18,000 HP. I am okay with it. I also did not know that, Rebels, but there you go. Because, yeah, not Calamitous Blast, but Death Scream. Yeah, there's a 20% chance of KO. She wasn't immune. Did not expect that, but I'll take it. That saves a lot of time.
Not done yet.
Except the grimoires in Chapter 1, Beliar. Those are all just the standard squishy blob grimoires that don't do anything else. It was a bit anticlimactic, yeah. But someone mentioned Shining Poms here. Is this near any Shining Poms? Because I don't remember them right offhand. Fair, Beliar. Nice. Now we should be able to set Shera free, too. Yeah, we bring back nothing but bad memories. Well, let's get this back to the garden. It'll be great to have her on the team. This, but shining. There you go, Cassie. I technically said it again. Seriously, this pillow is amazing. Yeah, it's also one of my sofa pillows now, Cassie. Oh, there is a group where one can spawn. Did I ever find that group? Apparently I did, because I have the Shining Bomb entry for this chapter. Shining Poms in this game don't spawn on screen. Oh, one screen earlier. Sorry. I thought you said it was on screen earlier. Now I'm wondering what enemy they can spawn with. Now I'm no longer wondering what enemy they can spawn with.
I will run no more.
Yep.
That's that.
And they're not immune to instant death. And now Gisette is level 109. Is she? No, not yet. Worth. I don't think there's anything else here, because the clearing where I fought Sherazard only has the little lake, and I don't think any chests. Okay, let's go back to the base. Also, let's very quickly drink from the fountain so that everyone's back to 200 CP. Because I used a lot. And finally, Grimsel Fortress is once again accessible. Huh? That's not Shera, is it? Oh, it is. But she cut her hair, and you know what? I really like how that looks on her. Am I alone in that? Huh? Oh! What? Oh my.
My goodness. She cut her hair, huh?
Yeah, about a month or so ago. She got herself some new duds to match too. This isn't like me at all. I haven't had anywhere near enough to drink to start feeling this out of whack.
And in case anyone had any doubts whether this was Sherazard, you know, even the tiniest smidgen of doubt that it was Shera. Yeah, definitely Shera.
No, there's no stopping me now.
Pour me another, Aina! Tonight we're going to settle this once and for
What?
Dwa?
Nice to see you, Shera. Josh, how long have you been back for? What happened to Estelle? And is it just me, or did you put on some muscle while you were away? You look stronger. Thanks. I'm happy to hear that. Be as it may, I can't believe you still haven't commented on my present. How could you disregard your dear Olivier Lenheim, your loyal servant, and the man who forever holds the key to your heart?
Olivier?
Wait, you're not the only familiar faces here. This whole place is kind of bizarre, too. Can someone explain what's going on here? We will, so calm down, okay?
I think she was on a massive boozer with Aina, in her defense. So, you know, anyone who takes up drinking against Aina is going to be a little bit slow on the uptake for a while. A couple months, at best. Aina is terrifying.
I can hardly blame you for being surprised. Yeah, your reaction's par for the course for this place. Okay, I think I get what's going on now. Still, under ordinary circumstances, I have a pretty hard time believing all of what you said was even possible. But I am completely plastered right now, so you know what? I'm rolling with it. It's easier to chalk this up as just an alcohol-induced dream, or one other of Lucy's illusions. No doubt.
Oh, woe is me! How could you look upon my fair countenance and beautiful locks and not believe that I am the one, the only true Olivier?
I said under ordinary circumstances, Olivia. There's no need for dramatics. First, what would be the point of showing me an illusion this bizarre to begin with? As for the dream explanation, there's a bit too much internal consistency here for me to lean on that theory.
True enough.
Thanks for believing us. So, I take it you'll be up for helping us then? We could sure use you. I'd be happy to. When I think about how Estelle's most likely been dragged into this place too, how could I think to say no?
I wouldn't be a good big sister if I didn't look out for my little sis now, would I?
Thanks, Shera.
You are a true model of a woman.
Cheers, we appreciate it. Anyway, we've given you a rough outline of the situation we're in. Currently, we're in the middle of exploring what's apparently called the fourth plane, so that's where we'll be resuming from.
Oh, that is annoying, Boris.
Alright. I've used the facilities at Lalok before as a trainee back in the day. Since you found both me and Annalise there so far, perhaps the other sealing stones you find there will contain people who trained there too.
Sounds plausible enough.
That means the chance we'll find Estelle there is high. Or I don't know, maybe we'll find Kurt, what's his name, or Karna? It's not impossible. They've certainly been to Lalok, but they went more as instructors. I don't think they've ever been purely as trainees the way you, Estelle, and I have. Oh, right. Hey, Shara? Has, do you know if Agate has ever trained there before? Now that you mention it, yes, he has.
Cassius supposedly tricked him into going, and he was not a fan of the experience. Well, it is Agate.
That is definitely not something nice to think about, Boris. I hope that no damage was incurred. That was about 4 years ago, I think? Oh, so that means both him and Estelle might be trapped there. It's possible, yeah. They're both fine. I'm certain of it. At any rate, we now have only one of the 3 ordeals remaining.
Indeed. So, we'll find who else is trapped inside the training ground soon enough, and then all that remains is for us to rescue them.
Yep. So, soon as we're ready, let's move. Going to leave the party as is for just a moment. I just want to talk to Shara as she is in the garden.
Probably talking to Olivier.
I had an important meeting to attend at Military HQ tomorrow, too. Looks like I'll have no choice but to miss it.
Julia, at some point, force majeure is an acceptable excuse. I take it those armed beastmen we encountered are another reflection of the Lord of Phantasma's unpleasant tastes. But whatever, I'm tired of putting up with their ridiculous games at this point. Let's keep pressing on.
Grimoire Kurt.
What?
By my arts become fluid as personality? I'm not sure if that works, Belaya. Kevin's always been like that. Even now, nothing has changed. He's selfish, he's arrogant, he's self-centered. He also needs to act like he can handle everything by himself at all times. He's just a sorry excuse for a human being!
Oh boy, I think I'd better make my exit. One moment, what was the other?
And since you're so rudely eavesdropping, I don't want to talk to you. Go away. I didn't know Kevin was like that when he was growing up. Must have been really tough for you, Reese. Oh, crap, Sweet Tita's actually buying it all.
Yeah, you're kind of screwed there, Kevin.
Have fun!
Of course, Olivier would be drinking. I'm actually more surprised that Shara isn't drinking.
If alcohol is what you desire, my dear Shara, then I shall be happy to provide. This beverage I acquired from that great tree has quite the fragrance and a taste to match. Unfortunately, however, I haven't a clue of the maker or year.
You do know inviting her to drink with you is going to end with you vomiting in the fountain, right? Blunt, but fair. I mean, who else here thinks that Joshua is kind of on point here? I was surprised when I saw Shara's new look. As far as I'm aware, she'd been growing it out since her troop days.
Yeah, still, she did go through a lot during her time with us.
Did she ever? I think we all know she'll be just fine, though. She's a tough cookie, both in body and mind.
Yeah, I agree. Shara, let's go over to the library. There's a weird sister hanging out over there. She's real cute, though. I think you'll like her. This place just baffles me. The more I think about it.
Sorry, that sentence got kind of mangled.
If only this fountain here were full of booze instead of water, then at least have something to keep me company.
No, Belaya.
Sorry, I mean... was that it? There we go. No, Matty, she clearly has not had enough. Sorry, misnamed that for a moment. You're kidding me, right? Yes, I know. I'm pretty familiar with Laloc since I've been there myself. Take me along if that's where you're planning on going. I'm sure I can show you around. And I want to rescue Estelle as much as you guys do. And yeah, we're bringing Annalise and Sherazade for this last bit because it's the most fitting party to bring. Same conversation then. Okay. Yes, indeed. And yeah, you know what? I like Shera's new outfit. Right, let's get the equipping out of the way. Sherazade. There we are. Oh, right, I gave her that card. Oh, I don't have that in this particular save. I don't think so, at least. Guess that's another event item that you only unlock as you go. Oh well. In that case, let's see. Well, she had the Divine Blade's emblem, so she's getting that. And in the meantime, I'll give her a Solar Seal, just for quickness sake. Heaven's Kiss is very, very good. Almost brokenly so. Sent purely for the Sepid values. A Sapphire Gem. I first need to upgrade a slot. One moment. Whee! Sapphire Gem, Silver Gem. Water, wood, gold. Okay. And finally a ruby gem for attack. That gives her access to some really powerful wind attacks. And pretty much every other element under the sun as well. Very nice. Yeah, Heaven's Kiss is one of the more broken abilities. Okay, let's quickly find Josette and Chloe to speak to. There's Chloe and Sieg. Hi, Sieg. Oh, I'm just feeding Sieg. He said he was hungry. It won't take long, promise. Still, I'm truly glad we were able to find plenty of food and water here. We probably owe that to that ghost, too. Should you not rest, Your Highness? No. Yeah, had that conversation already. Burb indeed, Rack. Sieg is adorable and highly effective. Seriously, Sieg counts as a siege weapon at this point. Trust me on this. Whoa, that's just awful. I had no idea it was that bad as a kid. She's exaggerating every detail just so they'll take her side. But is she, Kevin? Let's just see. God damn it. So this is the famous sister, huh? She seems kind of mad at you, though, Kevin. Oh boy, I think I'd better make my exit. Right. I think I'm just going to punch straight on through to Grimsel Fortress. Just to try to wrap up the fourth plane before stream's end. Although my energy levels are flagging a bit, so I might call it short soon. Again, I'm sorry, but I'm sick. And I do have to be sensible about my health. But let's first at least have a look at the fortress.
This big.
Yeah, any of the doors I can do are not a good idea right now. Now this is one fancy looking training facility. It's crazy complicated inside too. Still, and I had a blast for trying to get through it when... Jesus. Had a blast trying to get through it when we were here. Especially the rooms where it's pitch black. Those were just awesome. Not. I remember having my fair share of trouble before with those too. Can't wait to see what kind of traps we bump into inside them. Anyway, as far as I can tell, this should be our final ordeal on this plane. Let's get this done.
Yeet.
Also, having Annalise along right now is very nice because she has that Genu blade, which is preposterously good. And thank you, El. I'll, yeah, I'm just going to do my best to take care of myself. Cheers. Hey again! Wait, where's that guy you were with before? Oh right, they did change the traps a little bit. And did they change the yeah, they changed the layout of Grimsel Fortress. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah!
I may need a map because it's been quite a while. There's no greater void than the one between your ears. No, that's mostly pain at the moment. Sorry for the wanton rat murder, but they keep spawning everywhere.
Alright, what's next?
Well, if they'd stop attacking me... One moment, I really need to get my bearings. No orb images reaching here. Okay. See, I'm avoiding the actual overtly visible rat. I expect gratitude. There we go. Boom. You see, I'm not doing it on purpose. And yeah, as you can see, Annalise hits like a truck right now.
I am invincible!
Yeah, at least I think it's the flu, Beer Force. It's why I'm not drinking a giant pot of tea, but just having some watered down soda. Well, soda, this is iced tea, but yeah, I watered it down so that it's not too strong. We'd tell you to have a barrel of fun, but come on, we don't call them treasure barrels. But yeah, yesterday, during the day, I just thought, wow, I slept badly. I'm really tired, but as the day went on, I started to get all the classic hallmarks. Backache, shivers, coughs, sniffles, headache, you know, pretty much every symptom immediately spammed its way onto me. And I'm not done with it. Which is annoying. But what can you do? So long as I'm not crashing, I'm fine with going on, and I have told Hunt to basically go nuclear on me if I clearly need to stop.
Not done yet.
Because I know it can be too easy to just push on. Sure, huh? Is it just me, or is this place's layout way different from the real version? You thought the same too, huh? Completely different how? The placement of the rooms and the corridors, everything. Suppose it's possible that it was remodeled after Annalise used it. Well, the sealed area's layout was completely different from the real ones too. I wouldn't be the first time this has happened. Probably something our foes did intentionally too. Exactly, we'll have to be very careful. Also, I need to change my layout a little bit. Whilst nothingness is a really, really, really good quart, I'm getting a little bit tired of not having access to haze whenever Chloe's not in the party. Or, in this case, Reese, but she's not available right now. Right, the coloured bridge puzzle. I forgot about this entirely. That's much more like it.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, for this area you can't really draw an old experience. It's clever. It's really a way to subvert your expectations. Oh, nice. I should move to a palace. That way I could be a court jester. I'll get my cut. Nice. I know that feeling, Bear Force. Yesterday I decided to take a shower to ease the stiffness out of my limbs, and it wasn't as bad as you, but I was shivering all the time until I really turned up the heat to a ridiculous degree. Not to a harmful degree, but still way hotter than I usually shower. And yeah, I'm just challenging everything for the moment, purely for some experience and to up my CP a little.
Alright, what's next?
Thank you, Smiley. No, I want this to be a back attack, otherwise those are going to get double turned. Fair.
I am invincible! Or am I?
Let me just double check what it is at the end of the corridor here. Back for more items? What am I, a shop? Oh, I see. Changing the colour on that would cost me access to the others. Now. Ow. You can stop making that noise now. That is a very annoying sound. Oh god, if you played Cold Steel first, then yeah, CP gain must feel glacial. I don't know why I said it like glacial.
That's that.
If only, indeed.
Let's move out.
I mean, it's one of the things I'm really grateful for here. I mean, I'm not going to make this a huge rant about my mental issues, but if I were... Oh, I see. I need to choose which one to take. If I were in the US, I would have had to think a lot before opting for seeking medical help for my autism. I am really glad I'm not stuck in that position. As in, really glad. Not in the mood. After cleaning the inside, you decide to polish the outside as well. I mean fair, but you know what I mean, Caved. I'm just really grateful that I'm in a position where I could say, I need help, get the help I need, and not have to worry about, frankly, the hospital bill after the fact. Sorry, I'm trying not to make this about, wow, your country's system sucks, but I'm just really grateful for ours. I think... yeah, I need to change that one to red for that one, and then I have everything I can. Yeah, this track is a banger and a half. Yeah, it still gobsmacks me, Beer Force. It really does. Yeah, because I have ID card too, and I've checked every other room to my knowledge. I think there's a dark room here as well, though. Oh, called it. Right, I remember this. If you're doing a no-flee run, this area is a bastard. Because of the darkness, you can't see anything. And if you don't have the night goggles equipped, sorry for the green, you automatically have to run from fights. And I think you're given an actual 100... no, not a 100% miss rate. That's something at least. Still not ideal, though. That also seems fun to deal with, Boris. That is really loud. You know what? I'm going to avoid all fights in the dark rooms, if only to get rid of the green. This is not what it looks like! Is it not? Oh. But yeah, this is easily the most disliked mechanic that they ever used in a Trails game, thanks to the green filter. Thankfully, they didn't repeat it. And thank fuck you no longer need it. Look, this music is catchy, okay? Oh. That was unpleasant. God damn it, I forgot there's another room. Yeah, you only get one set of night goggles for the entire playthrough as well. Alright, fine. In fairness, in Sky, running away is a guaranteed prospect. Your luscious locks of hair are nothing compared to my lovely locks of steel. Really? Didn't prevent me from taking your stuff, you bastard. I'm gonna have to start charging at this rate. Actually, I've been wondering something. Moon glasses, moon glasses, moon glasses. So I do have a couple of those. Would those count? No. No, they would not. It was worth a try. Love this music though. There we go. I'll leave the night goggles equipped for the time being, just in case. Right, I'm gonna kill you now purely because it's light. Okay, one more fight to get Shara to 111. Yeah, I think we're done with the dark rooms because we went up a floor. Right, murder steam! That murder steam, actually, that hurt a lot. Oops.
That's that thing.
Yeah, and then some. Good God. Wow. What did I have again? Alright, so put that in. Still too close. Okay, those birds have a lot of health.
I am invincible! Or am I?
Also, it has to be said, Annalise is adorable. Still too close. Sorry, but I do want those level ups at the moment. Just gonna go make it quick, I promise.
Not done yet.
Thought we could be friends. Oh, that also hurts if you walk under the bridge, you bastard. Ah, we're at the end. I guess Annalise is going to be level 109 for the upcoming fight. And yeah, no real points for guessing who's going to be the opponent and thus the next party member. Yeah, you were all wrong. Hi, Agate! Agate! Crap, we're up against Agate this time? Well, well. This looks like it's going to be a fight to remember. I should have brought Tita just for the heartache. This fight isn't going to be the easiest, but it's not anything we can't handle. Let's do this, guys! Let's see. Okay, this is a female beast. Seriously, that's how I always read it. Just female beast. I was going to guess Bob. Does it have any weaknesses? Yeah, no. Sadly, I don't have too many characters with Silver Thorn. Ow. God damn it, he jumped back out of it. Jerk. Oh, well, bang on. Yeah, those things have a lot of health. Oh, you bitch. Oh, you bit. Sorry, they keep walking out of my spell. Worth it for the supper though? Fuck it.
Is in my hands.
Worth. Christ, analyze. Yeah, I thought she still had her multi-hit S-craft. Ah, well. It's not a huge deal. Ow. Good, that's the other flunky done. Even if he's only attacking normally right now, still hits like a goddamn truck. I need to stop saying that. Very nice.
This ought to perk you up.
Or I could just score another death blow. This feels like cheating. Thank you, Analyze.
I am invincible! Or am I?
Looks like Joshua's other half is just elsewhere then. Yeah, well, that's that. A lot of ideas though. He's a damn tank. He certainly is. I wouldn't expect any less. Still, now we should be able to have him fighting on our side. I'm sure Tina will be stoked to hear about this. Let's go back and tell her. First I want to check for chests in this room. Not a chest at all. Food is the basis of all. Man can only tread the right path with food in his stomach. Only when you have committed 20 kinds of food to memory shall this door open. Oh, Shara does have a steal ability. Are you sure? Oh, Foxtail. I never even noticed she had that. I feel smirked. Son of a bitch, how did I never notice that? Although the range of this ability is very annoying, Drevels. Probably Boris. Probably... God damn it. Probably Boris, but I wanted to test it. Right, let's get our newest party member, and after that I think I'm going to have to call it a night. It's a bit earlier than usual, but yeah, I am definitely not in my best form. I'm sure Hunt would have told me to get offline if I hadn't made the choice now. First though, let's get Agate into the party. And cheers, Al. If you were taking the stream down, I would have taken you down. I am doing good, but I am definitely not feeling too hot anymore, so this is definitely a good endpoint. Oh yeah, there's a final boss here, I forgot about that. This place is less happy now. Yay! Looks like you got your wish. You wouldn't find hair that red on anyone else, at all. What the hell's going on? Hey Dan, what just happened? Huh? Agate! What are you doing here, Tita? I thought you were busy fixing up dinner. Wait a sec, where is Dan anyway? I thought I just got off the airliner and bumped into him. Now you're here and he's not... What's going on here? Hey, you don't have to deal with Tita's mum. Consider it a bonus, Agate. No. Hey, hurry up and fill me in. I'm so happy you're okay. So happy. Of course I'm okay. We only just saw each other. Okay, so since Short Stuff here started turning on the waterworks, are you up for filling me in on what's going on instead, Joshua? Wait, hold up. I didn't even know you were back in LaBeurle. And why is the priest here? It's a long story. A really long story. Just in case you hadn't noticed, the rest of us are here too, you know.
Good to see you again, my friend.
It certainly is. I still wish we could trade places, though. Whatever I wouldn't give for Tita to be all over me like that. He's truly the most fortunate man on the continent. Will you shut your traps? There are some really big misunderstandings going on here, and I don't like it one bit.
Poor Agate.
I'm sorry, Agate. I was just so happy I couldn't help myself. Now, all we need to do is save Estelle and the whole group's back together again. Estelle? Seriously, how many damn times do I gotta ask before one of you coughs up an explanation? This isn't another one of Erica's murderous traps, is it? She must really have it in for you if that's your first guess. It sounds like quite a lot's happened since your parents came back, Tita.
Yeah, and none of it good.
You could say that. Alright, got it. I'll be honest, this whole thing still doesn't feel quite real, but I can't see anything you say changing that. So I'm in. Let's get to work. What? That was quick. You sure you don't want to ask anything? We'll try and answer as best we can if you've got any burning questions to ask. Yeah, he seems to be doing okay with Dan, but Erica is, sticking point. Nah, I've got a good idea of what the situation is from your last explanation. As for the rest, I figure it's easier to just see things for myself. Anything I need after that, I'll ask someone. Besides, it just doesn't feel right having all these people gathered and no Estelle. You know, I like that point of view. He's not wrong. So, let's go find her and put that right, okay? Okay. Thanks for helping us out. What are you thanking me for? Looking after younger braces is part of the job. I guess for you too. How's it been for you these days anyway? Feel like you've gotten any stronger through that journey of yours? I'd like to think so. If you ask me, Estelle's changed more than I have, though. She's shaped up to be a real reliable bracer these days. Whatever guild we go to, they seem to end up needing her for this and that. No shit, taking after old man, huh? Still, I'm amazed how quickly you accepted that this was reality and not a dream or illusion of some kind. Goddamn. Did you not consider those possibilities? Well, sure, but... I think I have our answer, Olivier, no. The warmth of Tita's embrace, coupled with her unique juvenile scent, were just too real to leave room for doubt in his heart. Not to worry, I understand completely. That is the exact response that everyone waits for whenever Olivier speaks, isn't it? What? I see. I kind of get what he means. Chloe, no.
Chloe, stop it. Whoa there! You guys aren't buying his stock, are you?
No, there's no need to get so flustered. Or try and deny it.
God damn it, Sharon.
No one's judging you here. Couples come in all shapes and sizes. Your age gap's just a little bigger than the average ones, that's all. In fact, the age gap's what makes it all so cute. She's 13, you sick weirdos. You're so close, and yet that's what separates you just enough to make your relationship that much more sweet yet thrilling to watch unfold. When you put it like that, yeah, I can see the appeal. So, show of hands. Which of you assholes wants my sword in their face first?
You wouldn't think we were in a perilous situation looking at them, would you? This is just our way, really.
Forget it. Can we just get to work? Actually, wait, didn't you say you have another companion? The sister. Where'd she go, anyway? Oh, sorry, she's over in the library area at the moment, but she's, not part of the group right now. Her name's Reese, right? I stopped to talk with her a while ago, and I couldn't believe how adorable she was. I wish we could have talked more. I stayed and spoke with her for a short while, too. She has such a unique aura about her. She didn't seem very cheerful, though, so it was mostly me doing the talking. Kevin, are you sure you don't want to go and sit with her for a while? I can handle leading the group if you want. Thanks for the offer, Joshua, but that's probably not the best idea. I seem to be the best at handling the cube, for one thing. Then, there's a pretty good chance you will run into more devils, and then you're going to want my help. So I think I'm better staying in the field. Still, it's alright. She'll cheer up on her own eventually. She's not a kid anymore. Anyway, I think we'd better get going. It's not like we have all the time in the world. Well, if you're sure. In that case, maybe I should stay behind and gently pry open the door to her heart. Put the loot away. I'm sure my loot will be the perfect tool for the job. Just stop. You're never going to grow up, are you?
Nope. One of the reasons why he's my favourite character. Right, just going to talk to everyone, do the equipment for Agate, and then I'm going to be wrapping up. I hope everyone had fun with the stream, though, despite the fact that I'm foreshortening it a little. So I nearly made it to the end in one go.
I'm so glad you're okay, Agate. I was already worried about whether you were drawn here, but not knowing you were okay was...
Okay, I get it! Stop hugging me! Besides... Never mind me. You haven't been getting yourself hurt while I was away, have you?
No, I'm okay. Yeah, it's not so much that I feel absolutely horrendous, Hunt. It's more that I feel like my energy's run out. If that makes sense. Just a case of... I'm kind of struggling against my throat, and I'm sort of fighting to be animated. And it's not a huge problem yet, but if I keep forcing it, I'm probably going to give myself a migraine. Well, a case of flu, but yeah. No, I'm okay. I had lots of people looking out for me. Really? Well, that's good. All that's left is to save the other guys who ended up trapped in stones and get the hell out of this weird place. Next time you're heading out, take me with you. I don't feel like I'm going to get what's going on unless I see it all for myself. Damn, someone's motivated.
The fiends we've encountered in here so far have been fierce enough. The farther we descend through the plains of this place, though, the more dangerous they're likely to become. We're gonna have to keep our guard up.
Indeed, but first, let me quickly get Tita and Agate in the party. One for equipment, and two because I already spoke to them. And you're not wrong, Boris, but on the other hand, I think Mueller would actually miss his antics if they weren't there for a while. We have every reason to believe that there are still people sealed in stones in this land that we have yet to discover. Whether that is somewhere in the lock or in the next plane, I don't know, but we need to find them. So, let's keep going, together. We've now conquered all three of the ordeals that this garden's master mentioned. I presume that means our next destination must be the 5th plane. I wonder what kind of place that will be. Can't remember, but I think it's a non-recreated area, so a new dungeon. I could be misremembering, though. God damn it, Olivier. Honestly, he does actually look cool playing the lute in that outfit. Maybe he really is a prince? He really is. Shockingly, that's the one thing about him that actually holds water. Ouch. He's a freaking weirdo, but he does look cool. Maybe... yeah, okay. Unbelievable. Is that really the way you want to make your first impression on someone? And from the church, no less? At least play her a hymn or something. I'm not sure his choice of song is the problem. Ah, he's singing. I'm not going to be singing for vastly obvious reasons. Sadly, you can't speed this up. He was actually serious. Reese seems to have cheered up some now. I'm glad I decided to come over and talk to her. I finally managed to get into the Graalsritter. I went through all that training. Was finally promoted to a squire, but after all that... Fair enough, Hunt. You take care of yourself as well. I mean, it's only equipment stuff, so it should be good. On that note, Agate. Kuma no Tachi is a piece of sword, so let's upgrade that. He had the gladiator belt and the silver earring plus. Alright, let's upgrade the slots first. Exactly, Hunt. You have a good one. And let's set his orbital lineup. Central is a ruby gem. Move 3, I'm just keeping just for mobility's sake. An onyx gem. A water gem. Oh, I'm running low on those. A wind gem. Seal 2 because I need something in that slot. And finally, a topaz gem. Is he a dwarf or something? No. But the blade is made from stone, apparently. As you can see, a giant two-handed sword made painstakingly from hard rock. Alright, and Tita got an upgrade as well. I still hate it, Boris. I just think the stat drop is not worth it. Also, it doesn't exist in this game. Which is a better reason to not use it. The time gem only exists in Trail's second chapter. As you can see. And I think a reduction of 14% in your hard strength, regular strength and defenses is way too much. Okay. For next time, I can actually finish this moon door. I can clear this star door. And yeah, we will want to do this moon door for a very specific reason that you will find out eventually. Is it not a door reward? No, because I've done all the doors and I never had the time gem. Unless I missed one of the minigame rewards. Oh, right. Let me do one quick teleport to see if I can do that safely. Or if this cuts in the cutscene immediately. Okay, I can save here. Good. Oh! Hold on. That light wasn't on when we were last here. It's dark outside now, too. Yeah, it's night here now, just like how the time of day changed on the second plane. And I'd wager the time of day isn't the only thing that's changed here. Let's see if we can find anything else. Are you sure? I mean, sorry, that sounds like I'm doubting you on purpose, but genuinely... Well, they don't mention the gems here at all, so it could be. I don't know, maybe I did miss it in my own playthrough. But it better make spells essentially instant cast, otherwise it's not worth it in my eyes. But yeah, this is a very good wrap-up point. Because the moment I go outside... Oh. I guess I actually need to walk up to it. Yeah, there we go. But we're not doing that now. As I said, that's all from me. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm really glad that I did nearly a full stream despite feeling the way I'm feeling. More of this tomorrow, of course. Assuming my health doesn't absolutely obliterate me. But for now, let's just very quickly go raid Brian, and I just want to bid you all a very good night, and hopefully, better health than me. Cheers. Good night, everyone. All the love, and thank you for always being awesome. Good night.